what I've achieved together with my fellow council members, but I'll be serving in the Public Policy and Governance Committee and any other committee as allocated by the chair and the council generally. So mine is to wish you a very, very good annual members meeting today, and just assure you that we'll be together in all the ISPAC activities at branch level and national level. Thank you so much. Thank you, CPA Wesonga. He nominated me and I made it. Thank you so much, Coast Branch. Thank you, Chair. Thank you very much. May God bless you.
Karibu sana. Thank you so much, CPA Kakai, and we're happy to have you on board. Next, I want to welcome CPA John Awala. Members, CPA Awala joined the council in December of 2019. Previously, he's representing the National Treasury. He came in to replace CPA Malombe, Geoffrey Malombe, who had been the National Treasury representative for quite a few years. And therefore, we've welcomed CPA Awala onto council. CPA Awala, go ahead.
Thank you, Chair, for that introduction. Fellow council members, members of Coast Branch, FCPAs present. Thank you. As Rose says, I represent the National Treasury, the CS National Treasury in the Council of ISPAC. And I'm looking forward this afternoon for fruitful engagements with members of the Coast Branch. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, CPA Awala. Let me move on to Dr. Elizabeth Kalunda, CPA Dr. Elizabeth Kalunda. Dr. Kalunda, go ahead.
Okay, good afternoon, Chair, and thank you for giving me the opportunity. So I want to thank the whole council for just joining the AMM group of Mombasa. Thank you and good afternoon, members of the Coast Branch Executive, and also all the members who have joined in. I can see from the numbers are quite huge, and that is quite good. So maybe I'll just give a brief of what we've been doing as a part of the council. So as a council, we work together as a team, but for the benefit of just sharing work, we serve in various committees. So currently I sit in the committee and I'm the chair, that is the convener of the Research and Development Committee. Since you elected me, that's an year back and a few months, we've been trying to improve the research approach and the research profile of the institute. Unfortunately, okay, so far we had done quite a number of things. We had planned to have a research conference. We had a call for papers, which the response was quite good from members. But due to COVID, we were not able to have the research conference during the time that we had planned. But now that COVID is here with us, we are going to come up with a modality of how the conference will be conducted. We are also at the back launching a research journal, which will be feeding in, or which the research output will be feeding in into the journal. So we'll be giving you feedback on this. And I'm sure you've been reading about a number of researches that are being done through the research department and the public policy. The other thing that we've been doing as a council, I also sit in the audit and risk committee. And this is a committee that tries to, that is mandated with ensuring compliance with the activities of the institute, with the required maybe regulations and just the policies. And I can say as an institute, we are doing well and we'll still continue doing better. This year, our year started just after we had the new member of council. This is CPA Kakai. I'll be sitting in the member services department. And in this department, our leader or our convener is CPA Risk League. So our intention is to ensure that we are coming up with good CPD events and even member products that are going to make the members proud and actually just happy and get value from the institute. So before I take it back to the chair, I really want to thank the Coast branch members as part of the whole accountancy fraternity for the support that you gave me. I remember last year, at time like now, at time as in the AMM, we were asking for your votes, and I thank you so much for the support that you gave me. And it is because of your support I was able to come into council. So I want to just request you to take care. We know Mombasa is and Nairobi too is the epicenter of COVID. So let us take care of ourselves as we try to go through our normal activities, but now in the new normal. So thank you so much. I'm glad to join you in this AM. So Chair, back to you.
Thank you so much, CPA Dr. Kalunda. Welcome members, welcome members. I can see we're now at about 178 members. Good afternoon, CPA Komora, karibu sana. CPA Jaffa, you're saying that you cannot hear anything from your end. Has the meeting started? Yes, it has. Maybe you can reach out. You do need to make sure that your audio is activated so that you can hear. Let me take this opportunity to welcome CPA Rispa Olik to say hello and to say something. CPA Olik, go ahead.
Thank you so much, Chair. My fellow council members, FCPAs and CPAs in this virtual meeting, the Secretariat led by the CEO, branch leadership, and everyone present today, good afternoon. As you've heard, my name is CPA Rispa Olik. I joined council like 1 year ago. Yeah, I think the last AMM we were together, and I was there seeking your support to enable me join council, and I'm grateful. I'd like to pass my gratitude to everyone at this point for having voted me in. And yeah, I'm looking forward to serving you in council for the remaining 2 years. I've done 1 year already, and hoping that we continue to engage robustly as we build our profession. So thank you so much for your support then to get into council and the continued support that I've received. Just to share briefly, as I've said, I've been in council for 1 year now. So much has been going on, and some of what we are doing, as it's been alluded to already, that we work as a team, has been shared. When I joined, I was co-convener in Member Services Committee that was chaired by our colleague CPA Oyatsi, who just exited as CPA Kakai came on board. And after her exit, now I'm the convener for Member Services, assisted by CPA Dr. Kalunda, as she's mentioned. And there's so much that we are doing currently in Member Services. As we know, the pandemic has disrupted business, and it's no longer business as usual. So we've worked on trying to just review the CPD calendar, and I'm hoping you're happy with what we have currently with the courses happening online. And we still continue to receive and look forward to your feedback on how we can make this experience even better. If you work in an institution that needs tailor-made courses, or you have ideas on how best we can improve, feel free to reach out, and we'll do that, because we are here to serve you. We've also continued to roll out the TAPF program for to improve the experience and just mentor our young members. So I'm still appealing to you to enroll as supervisors for our members, and comes with some CPD hours awarded to those who enroll as supervisors. And I'm sure it's also a very fulfilling experience, just offering the mentorship. We've been working on a policy for our members with disability, hoping that we also take care of their needs. And of course, during the AGM, we all heard about the improvements in terms of what we're giving out in the Benevolent Fund. And we continue to work to make this even better. So by the end of this year, we hope to bring in actuarial scientist or someone who would help us gather data and just see how best we can run our benevolent fund to maximize on benefits to our members. And hopefully along the way, we'll also have the trustees on board who will be able to take over the running of the benevolent fund. Aside from the membership, the Member Services Committee, I'm also a member of the Finance and Strategy Committee that's chaired by FCP Alala. And just like I've alluded to the fact that it's no longer business as usual, we have an ad hoc committee out of that Finance and Strategy Committee that has had to look at our business model, because that has to be revised moving forward, looking at how things are currently. So that's going on. I'm also in an ad hoc committee that looks at nomination of our members to various various boards and all those places that need our representation and participation. So I continue to encourage members to ensure that when we hear of these opportunities, we come out to serve. So without saying so much, I know COVID has made things happen the way we are. This is unprecedented, having AMM virtually, but I'm happy to connect with you. It would have been really pleasant to be in Mombasa at this time. Nairobi is really cold, to enjoy a bit of that warmth and just catch up over the 1 year. But we thank God for this opportunity to meet virtually, and I hope it doesn't hinder us from continuing to engage. We also know there's a bit of a challenge serving you in these times when our secretariat is not 100% working from the office. And we are also here to just ensure that your needs are met. If you're trying to reach the secretariat through phone calls, emails, and that, through member services, we've also reviewed that system to ensure your experience is good and that you get the service you need. So last but not least, I also just like to highlight a program which is meeting part of our strategy as an institute to position ourselves for influence, and also just as an add-on to our members. We must have heard of the Wapinduru program. This is a program that's being done in collaboration with Amnesty International Kenya. That's where I work. Amnesty and ISPAC signed an MOU early this year. And out of that, we've, after the MOU, we did a proposal to UNDP to just help us operationalize that MOU in certain aspects. So we got a small grant from UNDP that we are going to use to run this program that has 4 main objectives. One of them is to just ensure we champion the enactment of a whistleblower bill through the parliament. And then we're also looking at growing a community of human rights defenders among the accountants and auditors. We know that being a human rights defender happens in our spaces where we live, within the community where we work, and that we'll appreciate this, and also just work towards building capacity of our members through some courses, which will link corruption to human rights violations, and also see how we come out strongly as a community of accountants to speak against corruption. And lastly, also to just develop a witness protection framework within ISPAC, which we've been working on. So this program will be launched next week on Wednesday. I hope we all sign up when we see the communication on the same, and that we position ourselves and add our voice to this great opportunity to also talk about corruption in our country. Last but not least, I want to reassure you that I am committed, together with the rest of my colleagues, to serve you even during this pandemic, and just ensure that we deliver on our mandate as a council. Thank you so much. Thank you, Chair. And thank you so much, Coast Branch. It's a pleasure seeing the turnout for this virtual AMM. Asante sana.
Thank you, CP Olik. I don't know whether I had given you the instructions on the number of minutes, but anyway, you're forgiven. Eh?
Thank you.
Now,
you
I hope everybody heard what CP Olik says. On August 5th, which I believe is Wednesday. Is that correct, CP Olik? Wednesday?
Yeah, it's Wednesday next week.
We have a launch of this joint program with Amnesty and ISPAC. And anybody who's participating, who's a member of the Institute, will earn 2 free CPD hours. So anybody who's interested in actually getting their CPD hours free at no cost, please make sure you subscribe and you attend that meeting. So let me take this opportunity to welcome a few members who are just joining us. We're now at about 197, almost 200. So welcome CPA Samuel Kilazi, CPA Jackson Munyao, karibu sana. Let me allow CPA Anne Wangeshi. CPA Anne Wangeshi, please take no more than 3 minutes to give us, to say hello and give us your perspective. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair. Sorry, my technology was failing me. Good afternoon, National Chair, the Vice Chair, Council members present, FCPAs and CPAs. My name is CPA Anne Wangeshi. It is my sincere hope that you and your families are safe during this period of the pandemic. I am humbled to serve you in Council. I joined Council in June 2018. Thank you very much for electing me to Council. Before I joined Council, I served as a branch chair for Central Rift Branch. I currently serve as a convener for Devolution Subcommittee and a co-convener for Public Policy and Governance Committee. I'm also a member of the Nominations Committee and also an ad hoc committee that was set up to check on the AGM petitions. I have also been privileged to serve in member services and finance and strategy committees in the last year. Chair, allow me to just give a brief highlight. In member services, like CPA Rispa has said, we were able to roll out TAPF, which now has expanded and now is progressing very well in member services. We also continue to improve your experiences through leveraging on technology. This was achieved through the reviewing of the strategic plans in 2019. We were able to roll out, now we are able to roll out the online CPDs. We have done the AGM, and now here we are doing an AMM virtually. And at Devolution, where I serve as a convener, I wish to take this opportunity to report that Council is #1, very committed to the devolution agenda, even during this pandemic. We have maintained all our 9 branches still operational. We are able to still meet the operational costs across the branch networks. We use the branches to, #1, position ourselves for influence. We have done a lot of training to our branch leaders. We were able to train them this year in January. All the branch leaders were able to come to Kericho for the particular training. This, of course, enables us to fulfill the Institute's mandate at the county level. We have also been able to engage and to engage stakeholders. We have done this through having a very robust stakeholder engagement framework. We mapped out our stakeholders and their areas of influence. Through this, we were able to achieve an MOU signing with the Laikipia County government, where we are training and supporting their MSMEs on financial matters and bookkeeping. We have, as work in progress, we are reviewing a draft training guide for the same SMEs so that we can roll out the same to other branches. The same was done, we did a pilot training by engaging CPAs volunteers from the Central Rift branch. Laikipia County is under Central Rift branch. So we use the CPAs from that to volunteer and train as our pilot. We have been able to do training to county audit committees. We had 80 participants drawn from 35 county governments, whose main objective was to strengthen and build capacity of the audit committees for effective oversight. I think this again puts us very well in positioning for our influence across the counties. And as we seek to reposition the CPA brand for greater impact, we continue to lobby for increased representation of our CPAs on boards and committees. Every time we have a stakeholder engagement, we really insist on having our CPAs in the key finance positions across the country. And I can confidently say that we have CPAs who've received placements in various boards and key positions. And therefore, we are doing this, and we are happy that it is promoting the CPA brand. From the nominations committee in 2019, we were able to receive and review to council requests for members for commendation and fellowship, and also for board positions. Members, I request that we keep applying for the same to be considered. We have a very open and transparent criteria for evaluation, and this is open to all the members. As I close, Chair, allow me to say that we have had a very robust and heated campaign period for the branch. Elections come to an end today, and as we get the branch leaders elected to the different positions, I ask that those elected will reconcile the branch to have a very solid coast branch like we have always known it. Coast branch has taken a lead in many issues. You've had stakeholder engagement. You've been able to write memorandums on your own. So you have really grown, being the first branch that was opened. So I want to ask that those elected will reconcile the branch. Please, it is your role to do that, because as we saw in the elections, it was a bit too heated, I must say. I also want to thank those who have offered themselves to serve, and of course those retiring today, and those joining new positions. I want to thank you for offering yourselves to serve. And I reiterate, like my colleague has said, our commitment as council to serve and fulfill our mandate. God bless you all and stay safe. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you so much, CPA Wangeshi, for those comments. I think before I invite the Vice Chair to talk, I'm not sure if I'm missing any other council members who might have joined when the meeting had started. Trying to balance. I wanted to invite the former branch leaders, starting with FCPA Saidabed, who's already there, to just say hello to members. And then also FCPA Abu, if you can, technical team, if you can allow FCPA Abu to talk after FCPA Saidabed, I'd really be grateful. I don't know if we have any other branch leaders, if they can then just raise their hands so that I can allow them an opportunity to say something. I'm not sure I can see them on the list, but please, FCPA Saidabed, go ahead and say hello to members, even as we get FCPA Abu ready to speak. Karibu. FCPA Saidabed, I can see also FCPA Parag Devani. If you can allow FCPA Parag Devani also, he'll speak after FCPA Abu. Please go ahead, FCPA Saidabed. Did we lose FCPA Saidabed?
Good afternoon.
Okay.
Good afternoon, members. Good afternoon once again, members. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you very much, Chair. Thank you, council members, for the introductory remarks. We are excited as former chairman of the branch, and I look forward for an eventful annual members meeting. And I wish all those who vied for various positions, once they are announced, who have been elected, to serve with the same commitment they've have shown interest with while serving in other committees. Thank you very much, members.
Thank you very much, FCPA Saidabed. FCPA Abu, please a minute to say hello to members, and then FCPA Parag Devani will come after you. Go ahead, unmute yourself, FCPA Abu. FCP Abu, can you hear us? Maybe FCP Devani can go ahead while FCP Abu is trying to sort out his technical unmute himself. FCP Devani, go ahead and say hello to members.
It's a pleasure to be on this meeting this afternoon, and I trust everybody is keeping safe through the strange times that we are currently going through. I wish to congratulate the outgoing Cost Branch Committee for a job well done, and I wish success to the incoming team. And I pray that there is a proper reconciliation amongst the Cost Branch members after this meeting. I wish you everybody all the best. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you so much, FCP Devani. Thank you. FCP Abu, are you able to unmute yourself and say hello to members? All right. It looks like FCP Abu might be having some challenges. So let me take this opportunity to invite the Vice Chair. Vice Chair, please 3 to 4 minutes. Just say hello to members. I know you are a former branch leader. So say hello to members, please.
Thank you so much, our National Chair, FCPA Rose Mwaura, my council colleagues joining us in this AMM of Coast Branch, the CEO, together with the Secretariat, the branch leadership led by CPA Jack Wesonga, immediate past and past FCPAs who have served as the chair, my immediate boss, FCPA Said Abed, CPA Yusuf, FCPA Parag Devani, a former chair of the branch, FCPA Abdul Wahid Abu, FCPA Shabiri Shak. I'm not sure if you are here with us. All protocol observed. Good afternoon once again. By way of introduction, my name is FCPA George Mokua. I currently serve as the Vice Chair. I'm serving my second and final term under the leadership of FCPA Rose Mwaura. I'm happy to join you members in this annual branch meeting. By way of introductory remarks, as all of you may be aware or are aware, I exited as the branch chairman of this branch, and after having served for a period of 9 years, it's really a branch that I hold so dear in my heart, and I'm happy to be joining here. We could have had a physical meeting, and I think we could have had a face-to-face chat with all of you, but unfortunately, due to the situation that we are in, we had to have this virtually. Allow me, Madam Chair, with your permission, to highlight to the membership the committees that I serve under the leadership of FCPA Rose Mwaura, together with my council colleagues. I serve in Practitioners Development Committee, which is called PDC, where I am the convener. I also serve in the Professional Standards Committee. I also serve as the chair of the ad hoc committee on review of council election petitions and AGM, council election guidelines and AGM petitions. I also serve in the ad hoc committee on implementation of amendments to the Accountants Act. These are the amendments that we got in 2018. Allow me, Madam Chair, with your permission, to highlight the following key milestones that we've been able to achieve in the last 1 year or so that I've been able to serve in council. Number one, as the convener of PDC, or Practitioners Development Committee, we have been able to roll out a review of farm license fees in December 2019. You realize that the farm license fees that came into effect in the 1st January of 2019, there was a lot of complaints, especially from practitioners, And the first thing that I did together with my committee was to go back and review the farm license fees, especially the structure. And I'm happy to report to you that with the wisdom of my colleagues in the PDC together with the council, we brought in an element of equity and progressiveness in the farm license structures, which resulted in the reduction of the fees payable by some small farms. And then, of course, we brought in an element of progressiveness where the big farms were able to pay more for the farm licenses. That's an achievement, and this was effected from 1st of January 2020. Together with the reduction of the cost of CPD, especially the national CPD events and the annual seminar, which was reduced by about 10,000. I'm happy that we are able to achieve that, but unfortunately, especially on the cost of CPDs, we are not able to benefit from the reductions due to the situation that we are in. Secondly, Madam Chair, members of Coast Branch, I'm happy to report to you that we were able to roll out multiple licenses regulations a few months ago, which we invited for public participation from the membership. As you are aware, as currently our laws are that we only issue audit and assurance licenses for practitioners. But unfortunately, most of the accountants, especially those working in the public sector and the private sector, have been complaining that they are not able to practice and offer the expertise and experience that they have gathered over the years to the public for consideration as remuneration. And therefore, I'm happy to report to you that under the wisdom of the council, we were able to approve three categories of licenses, which include the traditional one of audit and assurance. We brought in a new license of tax practitioners and a third category of licenses, which is called accounting, controls, and consulting practice. As we are at the moment, we have about 2,500 practitioners, but we projected that the additional licenses that we have rolled out, we are going to increase the number of practitioners from 2,500 to about 6,000. These are milestones and an achievement. And for those of you members who have not had an opportunity of working in audit firms, now there's an opportunity for you to earn an additional living by applying for the accounting, controls, and consulting practice licenses. As I said, these are big achievements for this council, and I'm happy as when we stood up last year, we promised that we are going to roll out these categories, and we hope in the next few months we'll be able to invite members to apply and be able to practice in whichever area they feel they are comfortable or competent in. Thirdly, Madam Chair, I'm happy to report that the issue of minimum fee guidelines also falls under the docket of PDC, where I convene and chair. And I'm happy and glad to report to the membership that we are now in the final stages of rolling out a draft minimum fee guidelines covering audit and assurance services. Why we have not been able to roll out this fast as we anticipated is that we have to have a consensus among all the practitioners in the profession. As you know, our profession is segmented into Tier 1 firms, which are the Big 4, Tier 2, and Tier 3. So from the background, we have to have a series of meetings to ensure that we have a common understanding so that when we roll out the draft, then it is acceptable across the board. There is a data survey which is ongoing. And if your firm is selected to assist in the data survey, especially covering the key audit staff who are involved in the execution of audits, kindly giving the information to the consultant that we have hired. Once we receive that information, we shall be able to feed it in into the model that we have already developed, and then we shall be able to roll out the draft guidelines for public participation. That's a key achievement, and we hope to have this done in the next 1 month or so. As I wind up, Madam Chair, as a member of Professional Standards Committee, we are also proposing to introduce practice notes. These practice notes are basic notes that will be able to guide practitioners on how to can be able to carry on with their practice and be more effective. Also, I'm happy to report that I was the chair of the ad hoc committee on review of council election guidelines and AGM petitions. These are very key committee which was approved by members in the AGM. It's by FCPA Steve Bulgaria. The mandate of this committee is to relook at One of the terms of reference of this committee is to look at the composition of council, the eligibility criteria to council with the due consideration to regional and sector representation, and they recommend best practice on governance policies. And I'm happy to report, Madam Chair, and the membership of the Coast Region, that this committee has FCPA Parag Devani as a member, who is a member of our branch and also a past chairman of Coast Branch. And I'm happy also to report that we also have CPA Catherine Muturi Wairi as a member of this very important committee of council, and she is also a member of Coast Branch. As I finish, Madam Chair, allow me to say also that I'm a member of the ad hoc committee on implementation of the amendments of the Accountants Act, and we are in the process of rolling out the regulations. As I wind up, lastly, Madam Chair, as a member of this branch and a past chair and a leader, I must say that this year's elections have been quite very competitive. We have seen so many candidates coming up to contest for various positions. Personally, I must say that I was excited at the enthusiasm to serve the branch and our profession. However, allow me also in the same tone to say that to some extent, there were some heated temperatures, especially there were exchanges here and there, which was very regrettable. But towards the end, we witnessed candidates and members coming forward, requesting for forgiveness and understanding, citing it was the heat of the moment. What I can only say that members, as we forward, there will be only one winner, and the members by now they have already spoken. Let's forgive each other, work together as a team. At the end of the day, we are brothers and sisters, and we need to embrace each other. I know the branch has got diversity, but I think the diversity has been our main foundation and fabric that has held us together all along. So I will request members that the incoming officials and the outgoing officials, you come together and hand over peacefully whoever is elected as the chair or the incoming leadership, so that together we can vote forward and foster even greater achievements as a profession. I humbly request you, we embrace each other, we forgive each other, and let's move forward. And God bless you as I finish. God bless you, the ISPAC family, the Coast Branch membership. I love you, all of you, so dearly. This branch is what has made me what I am. And I cannot thank you more for the support that you gave me last year. And God willing, should I call upon you in future, I'm sure in the near future, I'm sure we shall stand together as a team and see how we can make our profession better for our children, for us now, and for the future generations. Thank you so much. God bless you, and God bless you abundantly, and stay safe. Asante sana, Madam Chair, and apologies for taking more than 4 minutes. Over to you, Madam.
That's a problem of giving politicians the microphone when they take wanachukua wakati wote. But thank you, Vice Chair, for enumerating what the council has been working on. I think I saw that FCPA Abu was able to unmute himself at some point in time. I don't know. And then I saw CPA Alala has actually joined us, FCPA Alala. Let me unmute CPA Abu. Can the technical team unmute him to see whether he is available to say hello? Technical team, please unmute him. We see whether he's able to say hello. FCPA Abu, are you able to say hello? I think we have lost him now. Okay, all right, sawa sawa. Let me allow FCPA Alala to say hello. FCPA Alala, 2 minutes, please, so that we can move on to the next session of the meeting.
Thank you, Chair, and good afternoon, FCPS, CPAs, and members present. Apologies for joining late, but I'm happy to be here to attend this Coast AMM. It's normally a memorable AMMs because it takes place the other day before annual seminars. So I really miss to be there physically, but it is okay. All protocols observed. I appreciate the support that the branch has given me previously. when I joined council in 2015 and when I came back again asking for your vote in 2018. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support. I also want to thank the branch, the outgoing officials and the incoming for the good job you people have done to maintain this branch. You know, this is our key pillar for the Institute and an icon to all of us. We are very proud of the branch and we will support you at all times where we can. In council, I serve as a convener, finance and strategy. Under finance and strategy, I'll just highlight a few. We handle financial reporting and we table the financial statements for the end of year 2019 in our last AGM that was done virtually. And it was one of the best performance looking at previous trends, where we had a very good surplus of around 74 million. And there we also look at the strategic plan that I believe the chair is going to elaborate on the pillars that are guiding the Institute going forward. We also prepare and present the budget for the Institute. And this includes also the portion for the branches, which in the last year we did quite well. We increased the branch allocations to ensure the branches are fully supported. And the council, I really appreciate the support they gave me on this towards the branch enhancement. I also serve in PSC, Professional Standards Committee, where we serve with FCPA Mukwa, and he elaborated on what we do, including stakeholder engagements and multiple licenses and review, of course, of the impact of COVID-19 among the practitioners and big institutions. They also serve with other members from your branch. We also serve with members from your branch in finance and strategy. So we appreciate your support. I don't want to take a lot of time, but also in council, I serve in the ad hoc committee that was reviewing the election matters, which FCPA Mukwa had already explained. We did that to ensure that there is succession for the Institute and full representation. Well, one of the things we are proposing is that we need to have a representation of branches in council going forward, maybe regional representation. And we hope and believe if this team that we set up will do that, we'll be happy for the future generations. I also chair the ad hoc committee in reviewing the sustainability of the Institute as one of the key pillars, especially at this time of COVID. We want to look at how do we manage the Institute. We review the business model going forward because we know every organization has been affected by COVID-19, but we believe the Institute is a going concern and will still be there with your support from each and every member. I just want to congratulate the incoming team of the officials of the branch who are taking over from CPA Wasonga, who has also done a very good job in the branch. Please let's carry forward that role and that good support because this is a key branch to the Institute and we really value your support. I have previously served in member services where we worked closely with the team from Mombasa Coast branch, and I really appreciate. Chair, I don't want to say much, but I'm sorry to have joined late. I think I missed quite a lot, but it's okay. I'm happy to be here. Thank you. God bless Coast Branch, God bless ISPAC, and God bless all of us. Remember, you are an ambassador for the Institute wherever you are. Thank you. Let's work together and have that unity of purpose. Thank you.
Thank you very much, FCPA Lala. Thank you. I've seen a message from FCPA Abu. He's having some technical challenges actually hearing us. I think Coast Branch, I think you all need to give yourself a clap. You have broken the record for the AMMs. We are at 223 members, 223 participants for this particular meeting, which is the highest that we have had for all the AMMs. Please give yourself a pat on the back, and I'm so happy for all of the attendance. So CPA James Nguku, CPA Matthews Gongab, CPA Mutiani, CPA Godfrey, CPA Nation Mchemi, and all of you, CPA Stephen, CPA Farhin, Kandwala, Santeni Sana. Thank you so much. Allow me to just take this opportunity to give a few remarks. I'm going to try and go up as quickly as possible because a lot has been said by my council members. As you can hear, members, we actually work very closely together, and for each of the initiatives that we're focusing on, I normally will have 3 or 4 council members who are focusing on that initiative so that we can get things moving along. So if the technical team, if you can allow me, if you can stop sharing and allow me to share my screen, I will actually try and go very, very quickly, because as I've said, a lot of what I'd have wanted to say has been said. First of all, to just recognize this branch, Coast Branch, as the oldest branch that we have. This is the 35th annual members meeting for the Coast Branch. Congratulations to the Coast Branch. I believe you've had about 16 or so, about 15 chairmen. We still need, let me not say that before, before the elections are done. I do not want to be accused of being biased, but congratulations on that. I know that the physical office was opened in 2014, so still again, the oldest branch with a physical office. The others were opened just recently. I wanted to recognize, I think from a council perspective, there are only maybe 2 council members who are not here. That is FCPA Shamia, who is a representative from the Capital Markets Authority, and FCPA Leting, who's the CEO of CASNEB, who is also sits on our council by virtue of his being the CEO of CASNEB. I think all the other council members are present, and they've given them an opportunity to say hello. I think we have 10 council committees. I wanted to take an opportunity just to recognize the Coast Branch members who are in various committees of council, starting with CPA Ibrahim, who sits in the Devolution Committee, FCPA Said Abed, the PDC committee, and just very recently, FCPA Parag Devani, sitting on the special ad hoc committee to look at election petitions, and also CPA Catherine Turi, as well, sitting on that same committee on ad hoc matters. And then we have CPA Isabel Juma on the research committee, CPA Florence Biria, research committee as well, CPA Mwikamba, audit and risk, CPA Dalton Mwagogo, audit and risk, Farhin Kandwala, the youth committee. So I want to recognize their dedication to serving council through these various committees. And before I go into this, I do want to take this opportunity to really apologize to our Muslim brothers and sisters. I know we're having this meeting of the midday prayers, and my apologies for that. I think we had scheduled the meetings for all the branches of a period where we could, many people could excuse themselves from work duties and be able to attend. But so my apologies for that. So at any point in time, if you need to take a few minutes to to go and say your midday prayers, please go ahead and do so, and please accept our apologies for doing that. So I think, of course, globally we have, within the country, we have 9 branches. I've already recognized the Coast Branch as being the oldest, and with serving 6 counties within the coast region. And then, of course, globally, we have 3 chapters. This is in the areas where most of our members are based, which is Australia, South Africa, and the UK. I think our membership has grown from 20,000 to about 21,000 members. I think somebody has mentioned the trainee accountant practical experience framework, again, recognizing that our young people actually need a lot of practical experience, and therefore we also need experienced accountants to register as supervisors. And remember, when you register as a supervisor, we have a framework that we give you, and you also get CPD hours as well. And then key just to recognize is a major review of the CPA qualification syllabus, mainly to focus on the changes to the profession, both from an input perspective and also from a process, the technology that has come in, and really the areas, just to make sure that all our members will continue to be relevant going forward, because some of the number of things we do today might be taken over, which is really the basic, like data entry and so forth could be taken over by technology, but we want to make sure that our members continue to be relevant. I think from our quality assurance, we have the RQAC committee. This is an independent committee of the Institute, and through that and the professional services team at the Institute, reviews are conducted of all our practitioners. 242 reviews were conducted. This, is a higher number from the previous year. We're really looking to make sure we at least conduct at a minimum 300 reviews every year, given that we have more than 900 members who are registered as practitioners. In terms of the members handbook that is readily available on the website, the audit software as well. I think the vice chair might not have mentioned, but we're in the process of reorganizing the section on the website for practitioners so that it's easy to find information there. And the focus is to improve audit quality. We have a number of mandatory audit trainings that are important, and also we're enhancing the virtual training so that all members are able to get in their CPD in the year. I think this, as you've heard both from FCPA Mokua and FCPA Alala, this continues to be an area of focus, helping our members, one, providing feedback into the standard setting process. I found through the exposure drafts and so forth, and I know that the coast branch has been very critical in terms of providing such input that's collated and sent to these standard setting bodies, and also in terms of providing technical assistance and training our members on the implementation of the new standards. And this we work with all the regulators to make sure that the implementation of the standards is seamless. Disciplinary process, just wanted to talk about this. This is an area we're focusing on. We've had quite a backlog, but now we're the disciplinary committee is working to clear that backlog, and they're also just reviewing the policy on disciplinary process and so forth, just to make sure that it's in line with the Accountants Act, our constitution and other relevant statutes, and also the area of adopting alternative dispute resolution mechanisms to resolve grievances, as this just makes it a win-win situation for all parties. I will not talk about this. The vice chair has spent quite some time on the farm license fee structure, the multiple licensing regime that we're working on, the minimum fees for public practice. And in terms of the audit software, it's really just to encourage practitioners to take this up. I have challenged the PDC committee to relook at the fee structure for the audit software to see whether we can reduce it to have more uptake, because it's very important now, especially when more and more people are continuing to work from home. I think the issue of fire awards and the fellowships and commendations, we've also talked about those, just to encourage when we open this for applications for fellowships and commendations, please make sure you apply. And even for the fire awards, please make sure your organization also enters their financials. We still have not yet decided what format the awards will take this year, given the social distancing rules that are in place. In terms of influence, I think a lot has been said this from a PPG, public policy and governance situation. I do chair the PPG committee, and where we try to position ISPAC as an influential voice on public policy. So a lot of this is really engaging with various stakeholders, contributing to various legislative agenda and engagements, for example, matters of national interest. A good example is on the BBI. We actually engaged the BBI Secretariat, invited our members, and we gave input into the BBI and so forth. And our members continue to be held to hold quite key positions in both the public and private sector. All those organizations that I've listed there are actually led by CPAs, and I'm sure there are many more that I have not mentioned. These are the organizations that we have engaged in the last 1 year: the National Treasury, the Council of Governors, KRA, Auditor General's Office, the Control of Budget. I know that from a Coast Branch perspective, you work very closely with KRA, you engage with them very closely, and every time we have a matter, the Coast Branch will always send us input, and that input is then collated. And I think we agreed that the Coast Branch cannot send their input separately because they need to be recognized as part of this pack. So we collate everything, and then it goes to KRA, or even if it's to Parliament as well. So Parliament is another. We've also given quite a number of input on various legislation. And all those come through the PPG committee. We have the legislative committee, and we have the public finance and tax work stream, and the legislative work stream as well, that all go through the public policy and governance committee. We've also engaged some key stakeholders. Again, I've mentioned KRA, Office of the DPP, the Multi-Agency Task Force on Corruption, the SRC, and the National Treasury. And all these engagements are really around matters that are important to the profession. These are really the various bills that we have engaged or provided our input to Parliament and to the Senate over the year. So I'm not going to go into that. This is from a devolution perspective. We opened two branch offices in 2019, at the very start of 2019, which was really the Northern Kenya branch office and also the South Rift branch office. We've engaged with various county governments over the year. Really, a lot of this has been to, one, inform them about who ISPAC is, the importance of having our members in various positions, and so forth. So that has been very important to us. I think I'm not going to talk about this because CPA Wangeshi has talked about it from a devolution perspective. From a global perspective, we have members. Members sit at the IFAC, the International Federation on Accountants. IFAC, we have a board member, and we have sit on various committees. And I know, for example, FCPA Abu for the longest time also sat on one of the IFAC committees. At the PAFA level, I represent ISPAC on the board as well. Let me quickly talk about this, the international partnerships, because I know a lot of you may be interested in getting additional complementary certifications. So for example, as a CPAK, you can also become a member of the South African Institute of Chartered Accountants, and similarly for ICAW, and CP Australia as well, and CIMA and ICAI. And what it does is that having these MRAs and MOUs actually reduces the steps that you are required to take in terms of converting your CPA certification. It also helps with the recognition of CPD. So I encourage a lot of us who either may want to, I'm sure COVID will not last forever, and that could come to a point in time where people may want to work abroad. We've already seen the UK talking about allowing Kenyans people from the Commonwealth on a preferential list if they want to work in the UK. So these are the opportunities I'm talking about. I think this ad hoc committee has been talked about. There's been a number of motions that have been brought about in the last few years. We wanted an independent committee that would look at this. And as you've been told, a number of senior members of the Coast Branch are sitting, two senior members of the Coast Branch are actually sitting in this committee. I think let me talk about institutional sustainability. It's a critical area. I think a number of the council members have talked about it. As you might be aware that COVID has had a significant impact on the Institute, and I believe that it has also had a significant impact on a number of organizations countrywide and globally. In our case, about 70% of our revenue has normally come from member activities such as training. And you know that some of our key expenditure has been the loan we have on the building, the mortgage. And then we also have, of course, staff salaries and so forth. So the Institute has, the Council has been looking at these challenges and trying to see how do we ensure, how do we secure the future of the Institute, even as we continue to grow. The priorities for us has been to look at revenue diversification, see how do we re-engineer all our processes and mainstream IT, and how do we continue to improve service delivery to members without members necessarily have to come to ISPAC. And of course, issues of risk management, strengthening our governance structures, and having healthy and motivated staff complement have been a priority for us as well. I think this has been mentioned, and I've just talked about this. 2019, we did very well, increasing our operating surplus to about 74 million shillings. I don't expect that that is going to happen in 2020, given the challenges that we're having. But we have, because of those restrictions on travel, physical gathering, and so forth, we continue to closely monitor the situation, but we've also instituted quite a number of, shall I say, measures from a cost-cutting perspective. One of them is what we're having today, which is necessitated by both health issues and so forth. All our meetings are being held through Zoom. That of course cuts down on a lot of travel costs, so we are really not permitting any travel within the Institute. We have also asked the bank to give us some moratoriums so that we can rearrange our finances during that period. We've also reduced allowances that are paid to committee members and to council members as well, and to the chair and the vice chair. Any allowances we've cut that by 50%. We've also asked our staff to progressively take some pay cuts as well, because those are the challenges that we've been facing. But we are also actively relooking at what will be the future of the Institute look like in terms of the several models have been floated and are being discussed today. And of course, this was already in discussion, but it has been accelerated by COVID. But we will make a few decisions in the next few months coming, or in the next, I guess, 1 or 2 months, to see how we progress. But our main focus, as I said, will be on what is the future of the accountant, their relevance and mobility. How do we apply technology? How do we re-engineer our processes using technology? And the relevance in terms of the qualification framework, the training syllabus, the CPD programs that are relevant to members as a whole. I think I've talked about this. This is going to continue to be quality of services provided to members through technology. Continues to be very critical for us. I think the Vice Chair and CPA Olik talked about this. I want to point out about the online CPDs. I think a number of free CPDs have been offered. Please take advantage of those. I've also talked about August 5th. I think there's going to be also the launch of the Wapinduru campaign. That's another 2 hours of free CPDs. again, our focus on relevant and quality CPDs as well. I think we continue in terms of opportunities. There's one opportunity that's not here that I want to mention because I've also challenged CPA Kakai. This was actually championed by CPA Olik. I'm sorry, CPA Susan Oyatsi. I've challenged CPA Kakai because it's really the issue of mediation at the judiciary. We know a number of our members who have already been trained as mediator, and the judiciary is looking for a number of mediators who have accounting and finance experience. They don't have enough of those. So I'm challenging that we also take that training, and then after you take the training and you pass the test, you are then registered, and then anytime the court needs a mediator who has accounting and finance experience, they call you. And once you're done, you get a check. So it's as easy as that. So please, I encourage all of you to do it. Again, other opportunities exist with the Unclaimed Financial Assets Authority, the Office of the Auditor General, being members of audit committees and on boards, and I continue to encourage all of you to take advantage of this. I think CPO Lake has talked about this in detail, and I've also mentioned it. I will not spend too much time about it. I just want to ask you members to join us and to support the fight against corruption. Join us on August 5th at the launch of this program. In terms of membership, I just want to point out on the tuition fees, discount and access to library facilities with the KCA University. Please, anybody who's taking additional university training, please consider KCA University, because you get 15% discount. I think in these hard times, I think it comes in very handy. From an education perspective, we continue using the money we raise from members, also selling merchandise, ISPAC merchandise. We continue to support a few young people at university scholarships. Charity accounting has normally been done during our open days. So we have to figure out how to carry out that open day this year in terms of the social distancing issues. And of course, from an environmental perspective, we've always supported the communities, either whether it's from a tree planting perspective, and even I know we've supported a few of the young people's homes in various towns, including Mombasa, whenever, and Kilifi, whenever we come for the annual seminar. So thank you very much, members. I'm going to put a stop to the stop sharing here. I want to turn this over to the chairman of the branch so that he can actually start the formal part of the AMM. FCPA, I've already awarded you an FCPA in advance, so make sure you apply for that. CPA Wasonga, karibu sana. Please, if I may request CPA Hilary Onami to go ahead and put the branch presentation. I'll then turn over the formal part of the AMM to CPA Wasonga to get that started. Thank you so much.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you, Chairman, we can hear you.
Yeah, good afternoon once again. Now, thank you very much, FCPA Ross, our chair, and the members of council present, our members from the Coast. We have FCPA Parag Davani with us. We have CPA Said Abate. We also have CPA Abu and CPA Juma, I think is also in the meeting. FCPA Mukua, our national vice chair, and the whole team, our ExCom, who have been able to bring us this far. And I take this time now to welcome you officially in our annual members meeting. and I would like us to begin the meeting. Now, I want us to go through the agenda first. We receive apologies. If there is any apologies, CP Dalton, I think you are with us here. Just record the apologies.
Yes, I'm around.
Yeah, welcome. Now, I also want, before we adopt the agenda, let me just reintroduce again our ExCom. We have my Vice Chairman, CPA Ibrahim Mohamed, is also in the meeting. We have CPA Dalton Mwagogo, our CPD convener. We have CPA John Bosco, who is our outgoing Mombasa County rep. We have CPA Willis Kayanda, outgoing Kilifi County rep. We have Peter Kisombe, CPA, outgoing Taita Taveta. We have CPA Fuad Rashid, outgoing Tana River. And also our secretariat, led by Joy Wanyonyi, Ainan, and Antoinette. So I will request that we go through the agenda items, but we'll first adopt the agenda. So I'll request one member to propose, and then we get a seconder. So kindly just state your name and membership number. Yes, JB. CPA Farain is seconding. CPA JB is proposing. Farain is number 4604. JB. And then we have CPA JB, can you give us your number, membership number? Proposed by Peter Ndeti, number 6430, and seconded by CPA Farain. So I'll invite our secretary, CPA Dalton, to take us through the minutes.
National Vice Chair, Council members, members of Post Branch, all attendees, immediate past chair of the branch and past chairs of the branch, all protocols observed. Good afternoon. This is CPA Dalton, the outgoing secretary and CPD convener. I'll take this time to present to you the minutes of the 34th annual members meeting held on Monday, 20th May, 2019 at the City Blue Creek Hotel, Mombasa. The first page, you see those who attended. Continuing page 2, page 3, and in page 4, in attendance, they are there. Also, our presiding officer was CPA Edwin Makori, and there were preliminaries. And then we have welcoming remarks and opening remarks also from CEO, SPAC chair. And then we continue there. And then the calling of the AMM to order. That is minute number 3. And then minute number 4 is receiving apologies And then number 5 is the adoption of the agenda. And then number 6 was the approval of the previous, that is the third AMM minutes. And number 7 was matters arising from the previous minutes. And then number 8 was to receive the annual branch reports. And number 9 was election for the vacancies to the Coast Branch Executive Committee. And minute number 9 was a signing of the acceptance letter by the elected leaders. And then minute number 11 was the award of certificate of service for executive members, the 2018-2019. And they are listed there. And minute number 12 were council members' engagement. At that time, they were during the election time. And number 13 was closing remarks, prayers, and networking cocktail. And the meeting ended at 2 minutes to 6 p.m. that day. And I submit share.
Yeah, thanks a lot, CPA Dalton. Can we have a proposer? We want to adopt the minutes. A proposer and then seconder. Anybody proposing?
Chairman,
Yes.
just to let you know, I think there is a poll that for approval of the minutes that's right now on the screen. So perhaps we allow members, please members note that if you did not attend the AMM, you can please, we will be self-regulating. If you did not attend the AMM, please abstain. And if you attended the AMM last year, please go ahead and vote. And see numbers are going up.
The reverse.
They're going up in the reverse, exactly. Thank you, Chairman, for putting those words in my mouth. Yes, but members, I encourage you to continue voting so that we can get approval. At least let's get over at least 50% of attendees voting, which will be at least 100 and something, 120 members voting. That would be good. We need a few more votes, please. All right, so I think we have about 124 people voting. I think that's good enough. Maybe we can close in the next 30 seconds. We can close in the next 30 seconds. CEO, you can close the poll in the next 20 seconds at the top of the 3 minutes. Thank you, CEO. You can close the poll. I think we're fine now. All right. I think the CEO has closed the poll and has shared it. We had 137 members voting, 73 have approved and 64 abstained. I'm presuming the ones who abstained are because they were not in attendance. Chairman, back over to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chair. So we can proceed, but there is I think I've noted some comments here from CPA Marcella on in terms of misspelling of her name. We'll be able to look at that and then rectify. CPA Dr. Kamau, I will request CPO NAMI to circulate the minutes to the members. So after this, you'll be able to get the minutes. Now, I will now invite CPA Dalton again to take us through the matters arising, if any, from the previous minutes.
Okay, thank you, Chair. Let's go back now to the minutes. The first members present, I think there's nothing arising. Then we go to in attendance, there's nothing arising. And presiding of returning officer, nothing arising. Welcoming remarks, nothing arising. Opening remarks. So there was one item there. Members were informed that from next year, that is 2020, they would be able to access CPD online at a cost of 500. I see your question, members, to be careful on what they discuss. Okay, that one of the CPD, I think the CEO can confirm the CPD is already there, but the cost maybe is not the one which is, I don't know whether the cost at 1,500 or its minimum is 1,000. Maybe the CEO can comment. CEO, matters arising, CPD online, or I can continue through the chair?
Yes, I think you can continue, and then CEO, please note that, so that when you're giving your remarks, you can address that matter.
Okay. So, and ISPAC chairman remarks. Let's see whether there are matters arising. It's still the emphasis which has been also emphasized by council members, that the chair at that time informed that members, the ISPAC has set nominating committees to get members nominated to various boards and council committees and encourage members to apply whenever such vacancies are announced, as one does not need to know anyone at the top council members to get nominated. I think that one has been highlighted by CPA Anne Wengeshi in her remarks, where she chairs that nominating committee. So there's nothing much arising there. And also ladies, especially encourage ladies members to apply, given that out of the 23,000 ISPAC membership, 37 are ladies, but most of them do not apply for these vacancies. Maybe the CPN can maybe respond to see whether the nominations have been having any of the ladies now applying.
I think she will note, then she will respond as you.
Yeah, I'm continuing to the matters arising under the chairman's remarks. And I think from there, we can go to calling the meeting to order. There is no matters arising. Receiving apologies, there was no matter arising. Under the agenda, there was nothing. And the approval of the previous minutes, some corrections were noted. So those are, at least they are corrected. Matters arising from the previous minutes. Circulation of the circulation of rules on using media and email on WhatsApp, the proposed change in policy taken to ISPAC council for adoption for circulation of minutes. I think there was one member who asked whether WhatsApp is an official way of circulating rules and communication. Maybe it can be responded by CEO or the council members. On receiving of the branch report, anything arising there, I think there is nothing there. And on election for vacancies, there's nothing arising there. And signing of acceptance, nothing was arising. Award of certificates, nothing was arising. On council members' engagement, nothing arising this year. Unfortunately, when we are holding our AMM, they've already held council elections in May and AGM in June. So there's nothing much arising. Nothing arising from closing remarks. Chair, I submit.
Now, thanks a lot, CPA Dalton. I want to give the members an opportunity. If there is somebody who has an issue on the minutes as captured, and maybe some observations or comments, can we have a few members to comment? There are about 3 members who have raised their hands. I can't see them, but Chair, can you be able to give them authority to speak?
Yes, we can give them an opportunity. There's
yes.
CPA Kasamba, PL and Company, CPAs. There's also CPA Michael Ngundo and CPA Doyo Ade. If we can, technical team, please allow them to speak. I think CPA Doyo can go ahead and speak. He's unmuted.
Thank you, Chair. I hope you can hear me well.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. Thank you for this opportunity. This is my first meeting in the Coast Branch. There was a comment, I think, on the minutes, an observation that I think there was a challenge in participation of Tana River CPS. I think it was noted in the minutes. So I thought, okay, I work in Nairobi, but I come from Tana River, so I wanted to know how that progress has been, I think, over the past 1 year, because personally, I think I was added within the year, so I wanted to know whether there are still challenges. I know the numbers may be few for members from that area, but I wanted to know if there's any change or any improvement. Thank you.
Okay, I will ask the chairman of the branch to respond on that. But however, from our participation in the meetings, I think with the technology that we have now, you can actually be from Tana River working in Nairobi and still be able to participate. And similarly, even if you're sitting in Tana River, I've seen a couple of people, you are actually also able to participate in this particular meeting. So I think, as I said, we have to continue mainstreaming technology in all our meetings. Whether we have a physical meeting, we must also supplement the physical meeting with technology as well. But I will actually ask the chairman, Wasonga, to respond to that. Please, CPA Michael Ngundo, please go ahead and give your comments. CPA Ngundo, we're waiting to hear from you. Okay, he might be having a challenge, so let us allow CPA Kasamba of PL and core CPAs. Go ahead, CPA Kasamba. Unmute yourself, please. CPA Kasamba, you're still muted. Maybe let me allow, okay. CPA Kasamba, CPA Ngundo, go ahead, if you can talk. All right, no luck. CPA Floram Tueta and then CPA Redmi. I don't know, it says Redmi. I don't know what your full name is, but Redmi, you can speak. Flora, CPA,
Thank you.
go ahead.
Thank you, Madam Chair. My computer had a problem, but I wanted to comment on the issue of the staff of ISPAC being given half salary, half pay. I think it is really not fair. And I believe a good institution like ISPAC can do better. Because these are very difficult times for everybody. So the little people who are working, at least should be able to work. And ISPAC should be able to come through for its employees at this time. Thank you.
Thank you, CPA Flora. I think I'll pick that up as well. But let me allow, I think there was somebody by the name of Redmi. I don't know, they've disappeared. I don't see their hand, but I don't know whether CPA Michael Ngundo is able to talk or CPA Kasamba. If not, please put your hands down if you're not able to talk.
Yeah, thanks a lot very much, Chair. I just want to comment to respond to what CPA Doyo was talking about on the participation from Tana River. Yes, before, we have had a lot of challenges, especially from the counties. Previously, getting representation from those counties was a challenge. And now also getting access to the county government have also been a challenge to us. So I believe that the person who is going to be able to take over as the representative of Tana River will be able to help, so that they can also, the members within that branch, within that region can also participate. But we have been represented before by outgoing representative CPA Fuad, who has been at least giving us a lot of support in terms of the information required, and some few reports that were coming in our EXCO meeting. But we really need a lot of participation from those from Tana River. It's not only Tana River, even Lamu still also have a challenge. Even Kwale still also have a challenge. A good number of these counties have challenges. I cannot even say that even Taita Taveta, they are doing a bit, at least there is some little positive feedback from there. But there's a lot of work that needs to be done within the counties, so that we really penetrate through, and also we get to interact with the county governments, so that we can be able to provide some advice, financial management advice, even oversight advice in terms of the audit committees, and so on and so forth. So it's a lot of work that we need to work on that. And I think this is similar to a good number of branches. It's not only unique to Coast Branch, but there is a lot of work that needs to be done, so that we enhance the participation of the counties, accountants within those counties to participate. Now, if I can say, Kilifi, there was a lot of work going on during CPA Willis Kayanda. I can remember in many occasions he has organized sessions with the CPAs within that branch. Not only just for the whole branch, but within that county, not branch, sorry, within that county. So they have been holding separate meetings, just get together to update themselves. And maybe I think that one could be a strategy that going forward, the representatives that are going to be elected in respective counties, they should be able to adopt that strategy, so that they make that cohesiveness within the counties to work, and also get a way forward in interacting with the county governments within the regions. So that's what I wanted to comment on CPA Doyo, but we welcome you, CPA Doyo. Even when you are in Nairobi, your participation can also still be appreciated if through putting us through the county government, if we can be able to access. It is true that we have not been able to access County Tana River for the last, I think for the last even 3 years. I don't think that we have been able to make it, even just to meet the county government itself. So your participation will be very crucial. With the new normal that we have adopted, you will still be critical in supporting even the person who is going to be elected as a representative. Now, if Chair, if there is no any other person, I can see there are some 2 hands.
One is still Michael Ngundo, who's not been able to talk. They have Kipkorir Koibasot. Kipkorir, I don't know if you're able to maybe get an opportunity. Michael Ngundo, we've given him an opportunity. He's not able to communicate, and I'm not sure what's going on. We have Kipkorir Koibasot. Can we allow him an opportunity to talk, and then we wrap up this session?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, and then there's also Zakaria Segera, because time he's also moved quite faster. All right, as we're allowing, I don't know whether Kipkorir has, sometimes our members, they hit the hand button by mistake, and then they don't realize that they've hit it by mistake. So now I've seen the hands have gone down. So we are left with just one person who is Ngundo. Yeah. So let me just quickly, if you allow me, comment on the concern for, there's Johnson Amani as well, who seems to have his hand up. As we're trying to get Johnson activated to speak, let me comment on the concern for CPA Flora Twitter. This was not a decision, CPA Flora, that was taken very lightly. Actually, Council has agonized over it and had quite a number of iterations in terms of what we can do. The reason, as I said, is if you are running an organization and because of maybe you call this one of those things that you call an act of God or something, you lose more than 50% of your revenue overnight, it then becomes quite a challenge. So we continue to encourage members to continue participating in institutes events that are online now. And for all those of you who are mainly, I would say, work with the various governments or organizations where there's always, there's usually a budget for training, please see how you can continue to support the Institute. It is important that we continue to have that support. As I've said, we've really also relooked at cutting a lot of other costs out of the way that are not necessary. So that's the first thing we did, just cutting out all unnecessary cost. And really we're relooking at the entire model so that this does not become a permanent area. That we can actually come to a permanent solution on our way forward. So let me just reiterate that this is not a decision that was taken lightly. We understand the impact that this has on our staff and on our members. However, for a lot of us who are in private sector, we also, and ISPAC is not supported by the national government. So we understand that always getting cash support is difficult given the resources that we have. But we're looking at various options in terms of how we can continue to run the Institute, including the business model and so forth, given the new normal that we are. I don't think COVID is something that's going away in 6 months. It's going to be here with us for the next couple of years. So we just need to relook at, we're relooking at our business model in its entirety. I can see CP Michael Ngundo is now, I think, able to speak. Are you able to speak now, CP Ngundo? Okay. I'm still not able to speak, which is unfortunate. So let me just hand it over back to you, Chairman, to continue with the rest of the meeting. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, Chair. Now, before we close on that, I will request CPA Ann Wangeshi to comment on the appointment of any lady accountant to the boards.
Let me comment on that. First of all, I wanted to clarify that CPA Ann is not the chair of the nominations committee. The nominations committee has 3 members. The chairman is FCPA Letting. CPA Ann and CPA Olik are members. I know that I know CPA Flora was asking whether any lady from Coast has been nominated. I know she has been nominated. I can't remember the exact board, but unfortunately, once we nominate somebody, the nominations are never in our hands. They are now rest with government or whoever the appointing authority is. And I know that I need to reconfirm. I don't know, CPA Wangeshi, if you can, if you have any comments on that particular one. But every time we make a nomination, we always nominate a man and a woman from a gender perspective. We never nominate either a lady only or a man only. It's always a man and a woman. And therefore, unfortunately, as I said, we're not able to control going forward. Go ahead, CPA Wangeshi.
Thank you, Chair. I think CPA Flora, that's the position. We normally give 3 names to the boards that have requested for members. So once we do that, I remember I saw your name to a particular board. I really can't tell now, but I'll get back to you after the meeting. But we ensure that we have both gender and regional representation. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, CPA Ann, for that response. Now, at this moment,
Chair, maybe before
I
you
would request that we move.
Chair, before you move to the next, there was that about this training, the online trainings at 500, maybe the CEOs to respond.
The CEO will have an opportunity to give remarks. I had requested that he actually notes it and he makes sure that he responds to that. Is that okay, CPA Dalton?
That's okay with me.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, thanks a lot, Chair. I think we can now proceed to the annual branch report.
May I request Hilary Onami to please put the, okay, go ahead, Chairman, go ahead.
I've already have, I can share it. Now, branch members, we just want to present a report for the last 1 year. That is for the year ended 31st December 2019 on the operations of the branch. And I'm glad to say that the branch generally covers the 6 counties within the Coast region, where we have Mombasa, Kwale County, we have Kilifi, we have Lamu, we have Taita Taveta, and we have Tana River. Now, the branch has been served by various chairpersons. I'm the 16th chairperson to serve. And right from the year 1981, where we were served by CPA Abdul Samji. Then in the year 1983, we were served by our FCPA Zululabai, member number 530. Then in the year 1987, we were served by FCPA Ratilali Mystery, the late. Then 1991, we were served by Suba Subash Devani, member number 35. Then FCP Abu took us in 1993 to 1996. Then FCP Kivuli Francis, member number 63, served in the year 1996 to 1998. Then FCP Abu came back again and served us for another 2 years, from 1998 to 2000. Then FCPA Zakir Dato, member number 178, also served us between the year 2000 and 2002, where FCPA Parag Devani took over. And then in 2004, FCPA Satish Jain, member number 1200, served us up to 2006. And Milan Shah, member number 1839, took over and served us for another 2 years. Then FCPA Ishak Shabir also served as the chairperson between the years 2009 to 2011, when FCPA Said Abeid took over, and he also served for 2 years. And then FCPA George Mokua, who is now the current national vice chair, also served between the years 2014 and 2016. And my immediate boss, CPA Yusuf Mulindwa Juma, also served us between 2016 and 2018. And it is now my turn. I've served you since 2018 to 2020, July. I think it's only during my term when our terms were extended because of the conditions that we are undergoing through now. Now, our offices are located at Jubilee House, 2nd floor along Moy Avenue, room 16B. So for the new members who might not have known that we have a branch office, or who might have not gotten a chance to visit the office, if you have any challenge, once the conditions of COVID eases, just feel free, please, to visit the branch office there at the 2nd floor, room 16. And the secretariat there, we have our able staff, headed by branch admin Ainan Mohamed. We have our office assistant Antoinette Angienda, and our member services officer Joy Wanyonyi. So they are of great help. If you have any question, even as we speak now, you can reach them on phone, even through emails, and then your issues will be sorted out. Now, during the period, the executive committee was made up of 11 officials, and our mandate is effectively incorporating branch members to form subcommittees and responsible for specific performance indicators. So within the ExCom, we have committees that also support our roles. So the ExCom members cannot be able to do everything, but we do also through committees. Just like the national, the secretariat, the national office, the council also does their work through committees. So we adopted the same governance structure, but we do not have all committees. We are only dealing with a few committees that we feel give great service to the membership. Now, during the period, I've been leading the team as the chairperson, and I've been assisted ably by my colleague and senior in the profession, Sipe Mohamed Ibrahim, as the vice chair, assisted by Sipe Dalton Mwagogo, who has been playing the role of secretary and the CPD convener, and then Sipe Farain Kandwala, who has been a gender representative. Then CPA Willis Kayanda, who is Kilifi County convener, the outgoing. Faith Bahati is the outgoing Kwale County. Now remember that Faith, we incorporated Faith because we did not get somebody during the last year's elections to contest in the Kwale County. Then we have the outgoing CPA John Bosco as a Mombasa County rep, outgoing. Then we have Mbarak Hashim Rashid, our youth representative. Then Ashan Mwarabu Salim, Lamu representative, and CPA Kisombe Peter, who has been our Taita Taveta County convener. And CPA Kisombe and Faith, we brought them in because CPA Kisombe took over from Michael Muthia, I think so, who was the representative, but I think he got a job elsewhere, and then he had to leave Taita, so Taita Taveta County. So we had to bring in Peter Kisombe, who has served us very well in the last 1 year. Now, in terms of membership, we have members, 75 members in terms of associate members. We have full members, 725. We have the practicing, that's non-practicing members. Then practicing members, we have 75. Then practicing but retired, we have 22. Then we have active senior members, retired 15. And remember that this is the branch where we have #1 in the whole accounting profession in Kenya. So it's still there and it's still working together with us. Then we have two members who are foreign, and then giving us a total of 924. So I believe that members will still be able to subscribe to the coast branch, and maybe we look forward in increasing the number in the future. Now, when you look at the key roles, some of the key roles that we focus on as a branch, guided by the branch policy, we are trying to look at the engagement with the county governments, such that we also help them in terms of participating in the county development strategies and development plans. We also contribute to during the budget making process, and establishing working collaborations with key stakeholders at the branch levels. We also enhance branch governance and accountability, and we also support realization of financial sustainability of the institute, by extension, the branch by growing branch membership on a yearly basis and also holding successful branch events, which we are going to see shortly. And I'm also reminded that our member #1 is also in attendance. So you can be able to see that is still active, very energetic, and very concerned and involved in the branch activities. Now, in terms of meetings of the executive committee during the 2019-2020, the chairman, I think the list is there. You can be able to see very well in terms of our attendance. And I want to emphasize that this is a very critical part of the performance of the branch. Without the meetings, the branch cannot perform. And therefore, we urge that the leadership that is going to, the incoming leadership, we must make sure that the meetings, we attend the meetings. Individually, we need to be committed to attending the meetings. Because at the branch level, because without the meetings, you cannot make decisions, you cannot be able to understand, to engage the stakeholders. But through these meetings, we make very critical decisions, and we look forward to even implementing some of the decisions that we make at the branch. So I would really wish that the people who are going to come in will also just copy from what we have been doing. Even though when you look at some of the meetings that we have been having, there are some cases where we have been having 0 attendance. And there are also some cases where we might be having about only 1 attendance out of 4. So we need to improve, to look forward to improving on the attendance. Now, in terms of subcommittees, I just want to bring to your attention that subcommittees are very critical. And one of the subcommittees that I'm really proud of is the Public Finance and Tax Subcommittee, which has been led by CPA Farain Kandwala. Now, this subcommittee is very critical within the branch, and a good number of our success in our operations at the branch level, I can confidently say that this committee has really done a good job. And you will be able to see in terms of even activities, like our signature training, which is annual tax seminar, you will be able to see the attendance. And together with that, we have been able to bring a tax help desk at the branch. We did a test and we wanted to now to improve on it, but because of the COVID, challenges have been there. But I can be able to assure you that the team that has been leading this subcommittee, they have really lived up to their task. So I really congratulate the committee led by CPF Farain, who has been very critical in spearheading the work of this committee. Then we have subcommittee on practitioners development, led by CP Mohamed Ibrahim. And equally, this committee has been very critical. And you can be able to see even the attendance of the meetings and some of the decisions and even memorandum that you see comes from the branch, comes from this technical team in terms of practitioners' needs, addressing practitioner needs. So we must be able to emphasize that. The incoming team, these are some of the committees that we need to be able to make sure that they are working and they are functional, because as the chairman, I cannot be able to work effectively if I do not work through people. So we must be able to look at that. Now, in terms of the CPD events, during the year, we held a total of 17 CPD events, and members, you must also be cognizant that we have been very keen in terms of looking at the costs of the trainings. And I believe the trainings at the branch has been a bit cost effective, even though they might not be low, but at least they have been very cost effective. And we hope that it will continue. And I think as we progress, the branch will also be able now to begin handling their online trainings as the national office also does theirs. So I think with progress in the conditions of COVID, the branch will be able to work and pick up from where we left. And I just want to mention, you can be able to see in the last, that's the last event. The last event is on annual tax seminar. You can be able to see that we are 128 members to come and attend this. And this one shows the collaboration and stakeholder engagement that we have been having together with the KRA. And we have been working very closely with them, and they are very supportive in this. And during those seminars, I think they have been addressing some of the challenges that our practitioners and taxpayers have been having. So, and that one is attributable to the team that was being led by CPA Farain. Now, in terms of finances, you can be able to see that in the last financial year, we generated about 14 million. Compared to last year, 2018, there was an increase of 40% in terms of revenue generation. I can recall 2018, we generated about 10 million, 683,746. Now, in 2019, we generated 14 million, 959,102. in terms of revenue. And this is why I'm saying that branches can manage and we can be able to raise revenues which can sustain the costs of running these branches. So I must really appreciate the teamwork that we had, and the ExCo members together with the secretariat at the branch for the work well done. Now, some of the achievements in terms of establishment of the key stakeholders at the county level, we have been participating in the county issues. We have been participating also in the public interest matters. And through public interest matters, involve even participating in some of bills that are being brought for comments. And ISPAC Coast Branch has been a leading team where we could be able to submit some of our comments and the proposals on those bills. So we have been really participating in that. And I think I must acknowledge the work of CPA Ibrahim, because he has been very supportive on the technical matters on that. So I must really appreciate what he has been doing together with the other ExCom members. Now, when you look at the engagement that we have had over the period, we have been able to meet Kenya Ferry Services Managing Director. We also, Kenya Revenue Authority, I cannot mention it more than what I've said. We have been having several meetings with them, several engagements with them. Even these trainings, we have we plan together with them. And we have also told you that they have been having a help desk at our place on a pilot basis. We have also engaged with Motor Vehicle Importers Association branch in Mombasa, where I think they brought some of the issues that they are facing between themselves and KRA, which I think we also advised them, and we also brought the attention to KRA on some of the matters that they were raising. And we also had a privilege of having the Kenya National Chambers of Commerce and Industry at our branch office, where we discuss a lot of things in terms of opportunity to our members, both practicing and non-practicing, and even training of some of their members. So I think they have been very, very critical. The ExCo members have been very active and working through to ensure that we fill the mandate of the institute. Technical University, we met the dean and his team at the Department of Finance and Accounting, and we discussed a lot in terms of mentorship and training of our potential accountants. And I think from there, the incoming team will be able to pick up from where we left, and then we progress it positively to a certain level, to a higher level than where we left it. So I don't want to comment on this. I think the chairman, the national chairman, commented on this, on some of the committees, our members who are serving in the committees at the national office. It's commendable that the national office recognizes the contributions of our members at the branch. Now, we must also recognize that in the public service, some of our members have been actively involved in various capacities. Like CPA Fuad Rashid has been a member of the county audit committee. FCPA Shabir is in the CBEF member in Mombasa County. Dalton Wagogo also serves as a CBF member in Taita Taveta County. And several ExCom members also serve, present papers on budget during the public participation forums at the county. And I don't want to mention a lot. I think you can be able to see it for yourself. Other than serving the youth at the branch level, we are also providing those service to our local schools, secondary schools across the country, and even organizations where we serve as board members and even as the board of management within those institutions. So I think our oversight role, the mandate on the financial reporting and oversight is well articulated even in these public institutions. So we must be able to recognize that. And I think across, when you look at the mix, right from the chairperson to the last person, to the county representatives, at least they have been represented in some of the schools where they are working as board members. Now the council elections, I think this one, the returning officer will talk about it. I don't need to mention. And I think that is the last slide. And I must be able to appreciate. I know we have been very patient because of the time, but I must take this opportunity to appreciate the team that I've been working with, and more so the membership, the support that they have given us as the branch and as the institute. And I think we have also served it selflessly, even when you look at the way we have been assisting the national office when they were holding their events down here at the coast. So our members have been very, very active, and they have been there at short call. They will be able to give the service required. Chair, I will just request you to allow me at this moment to maybe read my closing remarks to the membership of the branch, cognizant of the fact that I know that I'm still going to be in the ExCom in the next 2 years. But I will have just to point a few things just to give them a message of thank you. And I will say that thank you for coming along with me, the ExCom members, the great membership of the Coast Branch. I am really delighted to see you all here in this virtual AM. And I think we have had a record attendance of around 238. Now, 8 years ago, 8 years of fun times, challenging times, and everything in between. After 8 years at the ExCom, serving in various capacities, and finally the chairman of for the last 2 years, time has come for me to hand over the leadership to the branch to the next leader. It's a bittersweet to leave a position you have enjoyed serving in. This branch, it's a commitment, and its membership have meant so much to me. They have really made my profession. I've developed professionally just through the branch, and I'm really proud to have been a member of the team at this esteemed branch. 2 years ago, you made it easy for me to feel at home. ISPA Coast Branch is a rare branch. Its commitment is genuinely a mirror of its membership. Inclusion is more than a buzzword in a branch policy here. It is real. That makes it doubly difficult to live. Thank you for your belief in me, your support, and your friendship. None of us achieve in isolation, and the success we have enjoyed together have been the result of our mutual cooperation and collaboration. It's a pleasure and privilege to have served alongside colleagues who understood how to bring the best out in each other. In the middle of our daily business, meeting stakeholders, engaging KRA on tax matters, and planning for new ones, it's all too easy to lose sight of the most important element of all in any institution. The membership, us, you and me, as individuals with hearts, minds, and feelings. That we don't is what makes ISPA Coast Branch unique. Thank you to my team for your trust in me, for your humor and all your hard work. We have been involved in some outstanding stakeholder engagements, as indicated in the report. I would always remember our engagement with KRA and its extraordinary successes to both the members and the taxpayers. Our signature CPD event, annual tax, has had great impact. I can't forget the engagements with the Association of Car Importers, the National Chamber of Commerce, Jumuiya ya Pwani, among many others. Our mentorship programs at Memon College, Star College, Vision Institute, the list is long. Thank you. With so much to be grateful for, outstanding EXCO members and ethical humane branch and meaningful service, it seems perverse to live. However, I am. As some of you already know, I am going to continue as an EXCO member, and I will continue to offer my selfless service to the branch and to the profession at large. You have been part of my journey for a long time, and I have already packed memories of fun, collaborations, consultation, and friendship into my heart to take with me. Those I am deeply grateful for. And just to make a closing quote from the 26th US President, Theodore Roosevelt, an excerpt from his speech entitled Citizenship in a Republic, delivered at the Sorbonne, Paris, France, in April 1910. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or what the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasm, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat. Thank you. Thank you, Coast Branch members.
Thank you so much, Chairman. We're moving to the last part of, I know time has gone really significant, and I'm going to give the CEO the chance to go ahead and start the election process part of the meeting. But before he does that, please allow me, members, one, to recognize the outgoing and the current branch leadership led by the chairman, CPA Wasonga, and CPA Ibrahim, the vice chair, and CPA Dalton Mwagogo, the secretary and CPD convener, CPA Farhin Kandwala, the gender rep, and CPA Mbarak Rashid, the youth rep, CPA Willis Kayanda, Kilifi County rep, CPA Hassan Mwarabu, Lamu County rep, CPA JB Wanga, Mombasa County Rep, CPA Peter Kisombe, Taita Taveta County Rep. I'm taking over from CPA Maithia and CPA Fuad Rashid, Tana River County Rep, and CPA Faith Bahati Kwale County Rep as well, who was co-opted. And of course, I will not forget the Secretariat, the lovely ladies, Ainan, Antoinette and Joy. Thank you so much. We really appreciate the work that the leadership, and I want to just thank for all the outgoing leadership. We want to thank you for your sacrifice that and the good work that you've done. I really do want to recognize this branch specifically because you are a role model for all the branches. You've shown us that you had revenues of 15 million last year. And the other thing is that the branch leaders for the Coast branch actually fully supported the Institute in terms of the national events that were held in the coastal region. They were always ready and open and willing to open all those events and to close the events whenever the council or rather council was not available to do the opening or the closing. So thank you so much. And of course the branch has grown by leaps and bounds at 924 members. I'm sure we will be encouraging more members to subscribe, because I believe there are more than much more than 924 CPAs within that coast region, with the 6 counties taken into account. I want to, as I hand over to the CEO, just to talk about the election process. I know that I've had quite a number of discussions in the last few days, and I have posted much more than I would normally ever have posted within the WhatsApp groups, because at some point in time, I felt that the discussion had become very, very personal. And I continue to encourage all members, every time you're campaigning for your own candidate, do not focus on bringing down the other candidate, focus on extolling the virtues of your own candidate and what they will bring to the table. Please, members, let us not focus on bringing down other members, because that does not, it just divides the branch. I'm really happy to hear that there was a reconciliation of the leadership. I know I've talked to all the majority of the leaders, whether through Zoom or in person, current and the ones who are also vying. I talked to them just to tell them to please encourage their supporters to bring the temperatures down. And I'm glad that towards the last day that this was happened. I do ask that the ones who are taking who are going to be stepping into the leadership and the ones who are going to be exiting, please have a sit down, and even the ones who do not make it, continue to serve the branch in different ways. Have a sit down and really reconcile and shake hands, because elections come and go, but we will remain members of this profession going forward, and we will be meeting each other. I will need your help, you will need my help, and therefore we cannot allow ourselves to be divided by elections. I do want to recognize FCPA Muthoni Wangai. Unfortunately, she was not able to be with us in this meeting. I had asked her to step in and provide leadership in terms of moderation during this particular period, because it's very important, and I could see that she was putting in a few people in check and so forth when they went out of line. So thank you so much to FCPA Muthoni Wangai. Let me then turn it over to the CEO to carry out as a returning officer to finalize on the election process. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. And these were positions that in line with the branch governance policy that were advertised on the 30th of June. And members of the Coast branch were requested to be able to express their interest in their positions, and the nominations were to close off on the 6th of July. That is for the chair position, the vice chair position, secretary and CPD convener, the Kwale County representative, the Lamu County representative, Mombasa County representative, Taita Taveta County representative, Kilifi County representative, and Tana River County representative. For the Tana River County representative, only one member expressed candidatures, CPA Saidi Asha Aju, member number 25035, proposed by CPA Hero Bonamaka Said, member number 11408, and seconded by CPA Mariam Abdallah Bunu, member number 20519. Kilifi County representative, only one member showed express interest for the position, CPA Santa Daniel, member number 13959, proposed by CPA Bonaventure FM Wakio, member number 3346, and seconded by CPA Franklin Mumbo Ringa, member number 19872. Taita Taveta County, only one person expressed interest, CPA Flora Mtweta, member number 9528, proposed by CPA Dalton Magogo, member number 2744, and seconded by Isabella Juma, member number 7703. Mombasa County representative, we had 3 members expressing interest. CPA John Amani Changawa, member number 4168, proposed by CPA Michael M. Gundo, member number 12267, and seconded by CPA Bayer Lucky George, member number 19058. There was also another candidate, CPA Faud Rashid Kale, member number 9482, proposed by CPA Juma Yusuf, member number 1406, and seconded by CPA Mohammed Abdullah Ibrahim, member number 4069. The third candidate was CPA Joseph Bugwa Kabugu, member number 19365, proposed by CPA Patrick L. Kasamba, member number 13085, and seconded by CPA John N. Muga, member number 4752. For the Lamu County representative, there are 2 candidates, CPA Athman Hamed, member number 1450, proposed by CPA Mohammed Abdullah Ibrahim, member number 4069, and seconded by CPA Suraj Shah, member number 20179. The second candidate was CPA Hassan Mwarabu Salim, member number 21616, proposed by CPA Mariam Abdallah Bunu, member number 20519, and CPA Hero Waramaka Said, member number 1140.
CEO, we keep on losing you. I'm not sure whether it's just me, but you are disappearing, fading in and out. But go ahead.
Maybe it's a network.
Okay, go ahead.
For Kwale County, we have CPA, 1 candidate, CPA Jackson Eshima Bebewa, member number 13433, proposed by CPA Chari Fatuma Gakuria, member number 17230, and CPA Christine Waruguru Malila, member number 13279. Secretary and CPD convener, there are 2 candidates, CPA Hero Baramaka Said, member number 11408, proposed by CPA Bogo Vincent, member number 17448, and seconded by Mariam Abdallah Bunu, member number 20519. We have CPA John Bosco Wanga, member number 8071, proposed by CPA FCPA George Mokua, member number 3136, and seconded by CPA Mohammed Abdullah Ibrahim, member number 4069. For the vice chair position, we have 2 candidates, CPA Dalton Magogo James, member number 2744, proposed by CPA Daniel Mwakio Riga, member number 3777, and seconded by CPA Mgenyi Mwikamba, member number 4713. We also have CPA Frederick Ambale, member number Frederick Ambale Mganga, member number 9672, and FCPA Said Abed, member number 2520, and seconded by CPA Jacques Songa, member number 7390. For the chair position, we have CPA Mohammed Abdullah Ibrahim, member number 4069, proposed by FCPA Said Abed, member number 2520, and seconded by CPA Ahmed Mohammed Yusuf, member number 2656, and the CPA Florence Beria, member number 6183, proposed by CPA Julia Hagayoye Tola, member number 10977, and seconded by CPA Mercy Wachia Maore, member number 12426. So based on the nominations received, we have members who contested for more than one candidate who contested for the Mombasa County representative, the Lamu County representative, secretary and CPD convener, the vice chair position, and the chairman position. So I request for the tally for the system to be brought to the screen. As you can see, the total number of eligible voters was 673. The total number of ballots cast were 314. The total number of ballots not cast were 359. So we'll go ahead and do the tally. So we'll start from below, just scroll down. You need to scroll down. As you can see, we just wanted to see if there are any abstentions. Just scroll up a bit. So for the chair position, there was no abstention. All the members voted 314. For the vice chair position, there was one abstention. Only 313 members voted. For the secretary and CPD convener position, there was no abstention. 314 members voted. For the Lamu County representative, 8 members abstained, 306 members voted. For the Mombasa County representative, 3 members abstained and 311 members voted. So let's go up to the Mombasa County, just below. So for Mombasa County representative, we had 3 candidates. CPA Johnson Amani Changwa had 158 votes, representing 50.32% of the votes cast. CPA Faud Rashid Kale, 111 votes, representing 35.35% of the votes cast. And CPA Joseph Mbugwa Kabugu, 42 votes, representing 13.38% of the votes cast. For Mombasa County representative, the winning candidate is CPA Johnson Amani Changawa. Lamu County representative, CPA Athman Hamed, got 129 votes, representing 41.08% of the votes cast. And CPA Hassan Mwarabu Salim got 177 votes, representing 56.37% of the votes cast. Secretary and CPD convener, for Lamu County representative, therefore, CPA Hassan Mwarabu Salim is duly elected to be the Lamu County representative. Secretary and CPD convener, we have CPA Hero Bonamaka Said, 163 votes, representing 51.91% of the votes cast. CPA John Bosco Wanga, 151 votes, representing 48.09% of the votes cast. Therefore, CPA Hero Mwanamaka Said becomes a duly elected secretary and CPD convener. The vice chair position, we have CPA Dalton Mogogo James with 175 votes, which is 55.73% of the votes cast. And CPA Freddy Kambale Mgwanga, 138 votes, representing 43.95% of the votes cast. Therefore, CPA Dalton Magogo is duly elected as the vice chair. For the chair position, we have CPA Mohammed Abdullah Ibrahim, 139 votes, representing 44.29% of the votes cast. CPA Florence Biria, 175 votes, representing 55.73% of the votes cast. Therefore, CPA Florence Biria becomes the duly elected chair for Coast Branch. Let me go back to the slides. So for Tana River County is just to be able to declare CPA Said Asha Aju, member number 25035 as a Tana River County representative, and if they're in, to just raise their hand.
Yes, CPA Saidi, congratulations. I know she was asking about whether she has been declared. I don't know if she's in attendance. To please, you can be ready to say 1 minute to say something. CPA Saidi, are you able to unmute yourself? Raise your hand, CPA Saidi, so that we can see you. You can unmute yourself and say something. Perhaps here we can move on to the next, given that time is past.
Asha Saidi, you can go ahead.
Okay.
Unmute yourself.
CPA Said, Asha Saidi. Okay, maybe you can proceed to the next.
Is also to declare for Cliffy County representative, CPA Ya Santa Daniel as the Cliffy County representative.
Congratulations, CPA Ya Daniel. I think for, please, I don't know if you're in attendance, CPA Ya, are you in attendance? Please raise your hand so that we can allow you a minute to say something. And also if CPA Asha, is she able to talk now? If you can say something, please. I've seen a number of hands have been raised. I will allow you a minute to talk as we wind down, but let us go through this process of announcing the new branch leaders. Congratulations, CPA Ya. Are you with us in the house? Congratulations.
Taita Taveta County representative is just to declare CPA Flora Mganga Mtweta as the duly elected, unanimously as the Taveta County representative, Flora Mtweta.
CPA Flora, she was here earlier. I don't know whether she's still with us. I know she had asked. Yes, there she is. Can you allow her to unmute herself? Can you also allow CPA Abebewa as well, so that as we're progressing along? Yes, go ahead, CPA Mtweta, unmute yourself. Congratulations, CPA Mtweta.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'm really happy. I'm actually elated. And I promise to serve the people of the CPAs of Taita Taveta County and to work with the elected team to make Coast Branch great, and also to ensure that in Taita Taveta, as many members, as many CPAs become ISPAC members, and also we engage our government and add value. Thank you.
Thank you so much, CPM Tueta. Again, congratulations.
Thank you.
CEO, back over to you.
Is just being able to check if CPA Johnson Amani Changawa and CPA Faud Rashid Kale and CPA Joseph Mbugua Kabugu are with us.
I'm not sure.
Just raise up your hands.
I think I'd seen CPA Forward. Raise up your hands, just click on, if you click on the participant panel, and then there's a functionality for raising your hand there, so that we can identify you and give you an opportunity to talk.
Okay, Faud is there.
Mm-hmm. CPA Johnson Changawa.
Okay, CPA Joseph, you can go ahead.
Hello.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
This is CPA Joseph Mbugua Kabugu. I want to take this opportunity to thank all the members for those who have voted. I can see it is clear the decision of the members, the direction they have taken. Mine is to wish well all those who have been elected into office, and to kindly request that going forward, as we have witnessed in our campaigns, there is a lot that needs to be done to bring the branch together so that we can be able to work as a team and be able to deliver on the mandate as given by the members. We don't want to come back after 2 years. People start sharing images of what they have done, but we cannot see the actual results of the work they were given to do. So I want to take this opportunity to tell the members we've heard you, and the verdict is out. So the new members who are coming on board, the work now is to you to serve us as members. Thank you so much, and God bless ISPAC.
Thank you, CPA Kabugu, for contesting and conceding gracefully.
CPA Faud Rashid.
Earphones. Earphones.
CPA Fuad, I can see you. Please unmute yourself if you're able to. Okay, thank you. Go ahead.
Hello, I'm CPA Fuad Rashid. What I want to say is that to congratulate CPA Changawa for winning, as the people have decided. So let us just focus on pushing the ISPAC agenda. Thank you.
Thank you, CPA Fuad. Thank you for contesting, and thank you for conceding gracefully. CPA Changawa, is he around? Congratulations to you, CPA Changawa.
I'm not able to see CPA Changawa.
He might not be here. So congratulations to CPA Changawa. Let's move on to the next position, please.
The next position is the Lamu County representative, and is to be able to have CPA Hassan Mwarabu and CPA Athman Hamed.
All right, I think CPA Mwarabu, is she around? And CPA Athman, please raise your hands if you're in the house so that we can give you an opportunity to speak. Congratulations to CPA Hassan Mwarabu. Congratulations on retaining that seat. I think you can proceed.
I'm not able
I can
to
see, no, although I can see CPA Athman. I don't know if that's the same as Athman Ahmed. I'm not sure. Who has raised his hand? I'm not very sure.
Athman,
Maybe.
Athman, you can unmute.
And confirm if he's the same as Athman Ahmed.
Yes, it's the same person.
Asante, basi endelea.
It is the same person. His surname is Athman.
All right, okay.
I just want to congratulate Mrs. Marabu for winning the Lamu County representative. I think the members have spoken. Let us focus on the work ahead and wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, CPA Athman, for offering to serve members, and thank you for conceding gracefully. Asante, tumeshukuru. Let us move to the next position, please, CEO.
Chair is just be able to declare CPA Hassan Marabu the Lamu County representative. The next position is for Kwale County representative, having been only one candidate. Just be able to declare CPA Jackson Eshima Bebewa as the Kwale County representative.
Thank you, CPA Bebewa. Congratulations. I can see. Please unmute yourself, CPA Bebewa. Go ahead.
Already unmuted.
May I take this opportunity to thank everyone for having confidence in me. And as I've seen some of the gaps, I know there's a very big task ahead, but I know we are up to the task. I'll work with the leadership elected hand in hand to make sure that East Park Coast Branch gets a more new face going forward. I pray that God give us the power and wisdom to take the branch to the next and highest levels. Thank you, FCPAs and CPAs. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, and congratulations to CPA Bebewa.
Thank you very much.
Sasa ni uchape kazi sasa. Okay, next position,
The next
CEO.
is the Secretary and CPD Convener. And I'll ask CPA John Bosco Wanga and CPA Hero Banamaka to just be able to raise up their hands. Okay, go ahead. John Bosco.
It is CPA John Bosco, not John Bosco.
CPA John Bosco.
Yes, CPA is here. I just want to say thanks to all Coast Branch and for the campaign that I've run and the election that have been done. Sincerely, it has been the desire of each and every person that has contested to serve the branch. It's my honest prayer that those who have assumed the office will take us to another level, and that all is going to work for the good of the branch members. So I wish to congratulate the able team that have been put together by the electorate and the branch members. And I believe that the work ahead is more difficult than the work before. We can only pray for you that you succeed, because your success is our success, and our success is the success of the branch. Thank you so much, and congratulations to those who have been elected. To those who have not made it, we are still accountants. You have not left East Park. You have all not been able to be given a chance to serve. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Thank you so much, CPA JB Wanga. Thank you so much for offering yourself to serve the members.
Yeah.
And thank you for conceding gracefully. Is CPA Hero, is he?
CPA
Yes,
Hero.
please go ahead, CPA Hero.
Hello.
Hello, tunakusikia.
Hello. Good evening, all of you.
Good evening.
This is CPA Hero Saidi Bonamaka. I take this opportunity to thank abundantly the East Park members in Coast. For the first time, this has never been an easy race. I took a promise during the election, which I must fulfill. I also welcome my brother JB on board so that we work as a team. Asanteni sana, and God bless you.
Congratulations, CPA Hero. Congratulations on being elected as a secretary and CPD convener for the branch. We're looking forward to your serving the Coast branch. Karibu sana. Next position, CEO.
Yes, CPA Frederick Kambale is the vice chair position, and CPA Dalton Magogo. Frederick, if you're in, just raise up your hand.
I had seen him, he was in, unless he has left.
CPA Mbale will use my phone, please.
Okay.
Sorry, Madam Chair.
Okay, go ahead, CPA Ambale.
Good evening, all Coast Branch members. I'm happy to be here today. Actually, it was, as we had several times, it was a race. And I want to take this opportunity to congratulate all the winners. And we will continue together. Actually, my phone got just, I was driving. So when I stopped at some place, I don't know what happened to get out of the internet. So I want to say thank you for the good race. We are still accountants. We have no hard feelings, particularly myself. As usual, I congratulate CPA Dalton and CPA Florence and the team for a well done race. And we believe we'll continue riding ISPAC high for the benefit of accountants of this country. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you very much, CPA Ambale. Thank you so much for offering yourself to serve the membership, and thank you for conceding gracefully. I think over to CPA Dalton. Congratulations. I think let the CEO announce that and give him an opportunity to talk.
Thank you, Chair. Just to be able to declare CPA Dalton Magogo as the Vice Chair of Coast Branch. CPA Dalton, you have a minute to talk to the members.
Good evening, FCPS, CPS, Chair, CEO. Thank you for this. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all FCPS, CPS who voted for me during this campaign as your next Vice Chair. I am immensely grateful for your loyal support and generous contribution of your time and effort to my campaign during this very short election session. I appreciate your confidence in me to do what is in the best interest of the Coast Branch members and to move our branch forward towards excellence. I especially want to thank the CPS who endorsed me and my hardworking election campaign committee who provided me guidance and support. Our Coast Branch faces many challenges in the coming few months after what was experienced in the short election session between the two campaign groups, but we can overcome them if we raise above politics to do what is best for our branch. I look forward to continuing working with the other team members to restore the dignity and prosperity of the branch and make it once again a place where all professional CPAs of all race, ages, background, and religion can count on a brighter future. During the next 2 years as our Vice Chair for the Coast Branch, I'll focus on my campaign agendas and my priorities and move the branch closer to exemplary status. Thank you again for having faith in me. I will not let you down. CPA Dalton Magogo.
Congratulations, CPA Dalton. Congratulations on your being elected as the Vice Chairman of the branch. Next position, CEO.
Is a chair position, and the last CPA Florence Biria and Mohammed Abdullah Ibrahim. Maybe to request CPA Mohammed Abdullah Ibrahim to go ahead and make his
Yes,
remarks
and
as
CPA
I wait for Florence Biria to just raise your hand and we'll be able to.
So may I also request CPA Ibrahim, as he gives his remarks, to also give his remarks also as the outgoing Vice Chairman as well. CPA Ibrahim, the floor is yours.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, CPA Ibrahim.
I would like to thank all the members of ISPAC Coast Branch who have allowed me to serve you for the past 8 years or so. And I would like to also thank the staff at the Secretariat with whom we dealt with and allowed me to serve. I'd also like to thank the council which allowed me to serve. The people have spoken. It's time for me to look for other places where I can use my energy and knowledge to grow in the accounting field. Thank you.
Thank you so much, CPA Ibrahim, for your service for the last 8 years. It is as an institute, and I'm sure as a branch, we really appreciate the service that you've given to the branch and to the profession as a whole. And thank you for having offered to serve at the next level. But as we look forward to your continued service, I don't think you're going anywhere to any other profession. I'm sure you're going to still continue serving ISPAC, however, in different capacities. So thank you for your service, and we really appreciate I really appreciate your service over the years, Asante Sana. See you.
Chair is now to be able to declare CPA Florence Biria as a duly elected chair for Coast Branch. CPA Florence, you can make your maiden speech as a chair of the Coast Branch.
Congratulations, CPA Biria. Congratulations and welcome. Go ahead and speak.
Thank you so much. First and foremost, I want to say thank you to the Almighty God for giving me this victory. It is not mine, it's from God, and it's for the people of Coast Branch because they are the people that made that decision. And as we gather together today for this very important event of the ISPAC calendar, the annual calendar, we are having this meeting not in the traditional way, but nonetheless, as the COVID situation prevails, we have been able to conduct the elections, and the people who are the members of Coast Branch have been able to speak and have been able to have their will prevail. I'm truly humbled by the confidence, the trust, and the responsibility that has been given to me by the members of Coast Branch through a transparent and a very fair process of election that has been conducted by the Institute. And therefore, I want to express my gratitude to the CPAs and FCPAs of the Coast Branch for having that confidence in me. And I just want to say thank you to all of you, because I will not disappoint you. You have elected me because I had an agenda. You elected me because you assessed me and evaluated me, appraised me in your own way, and found me fit and appropriate for this position. I'm so, so grateful. I recognize that this declaration that has just been made by the CEO today is not for a power leader, but for a servant leadership. That is my understanding of the declaration of the leadership that has been granted to me today by the CEO, reading from the voices and the votes that have been cast by the members of the Coast Branch. This is a call for volunteer. It's actually a volunteer job. I appreciate that. And it's a call for me to make my contribution through service and make an impact at the Coast Branch arena. It's an arena that only gives me 2 years to serve. And therefore, I have to manage the time I have because I made commitments and I must deliver on those commitments because they were not lip service. They were commitments that I felt that I can contribute to the branch, make an impact, and be able to lay my building stone in the leadership of the branch, so that as the next leadership comes in, then they'll be able to also make their contribution from where I have left. I appreciate even the outgoing chair, the way he said he did a wonderful job. I appreciate everybody who has come in has done their job and they've done it well. So I believe it's my time also to do my job and to do it well and then exit the arena and allow others to come on board. Now, during the campaigns, I had a 5-point agenda. Now, this is not the only agenda that I'm coming in as a leader to implement. I appreciate that the Institute has a strategic plan, which has been alluded to, even as the council members were making their presentation and speeches. And I believe that the branch has a duty and a responsibility to implement the strategic plan of the Institute. But as I do that for the branch, I will not forget the commitment that I made, my 5 points great agenda. I will be able to give my scorecard of my performance at the end of the 2 years. But I think right now at hand, a lot has been said about this, but as the incoming chair, I cannot assume it has been said. I also have a duty to address it. The issue of unifying the branch. During the campaigns, there was a lot of competition. I don't want to use a very bad connotation because it was all about competition. And the different candidates had their supporters who are very strong in their campaign messages. But to some extent, they would go a little overboard. We sent our messages of peace and conciliation, but that is a job that has not been concluded. And I commit that I will continue reconciling the branch members as a leader. I'd already started on that because we all remain one family. I've kept alluding to that none of us, the winners and the losers, but I said there are no losers, only that the time is not ripe for now. Their time will come next. So therefore, we still need each other. And I would request those of us who have not been successful this round, because we are all successful, but who have not been successful this round in this election, please, I pray that you will be able to ask those who are diehard supporting you that we still need the branch and we need you to speak to them. We will reach out to everybody. We need to embrace each other and we need to come back and continue running the branch together. I know as a student of management that a leader only steers the ship. A leader directs the ship, but a leader needs the crew. And every member of the coast branch is a crew member. And as a captain, I cannot steer the ship alone. I need the crew to work with me. And therefore I need everybody on board. To those, as I've earlier said, if somebody who was on my campaign team stepped on you, my sincere apology on their behalf. And even for those who probably stepped on my foot in one way or the other, as I said earlier, I've forgiven you unconditionally because we remain a family. And therefore, I just want to request that we continue working together. I look at my brother, CPA Ibrahim. He is a wealth of resource. Yeah, and that resource in him and to the branch remains, whether he's in leadership or as a member. I recognize the wealth of resource that he is and he has to the branch and even to the institute as a whole. That is something that the branch cannot, that resource cannot do without. We'll continue working together. I believe we'll find a rightful place for everybody who has not been able to be declared a leader today because their time hasn't come. We'll still find a place for each one of us to continue working together, to continue serving our branch together, to continue serving our members together. But one thing I say that is very critical for me is that I want to focus on customized member services. We have different kinds of members in the branch. And I think it is time that we start classifying and categorizing members so that where they have a unique need, that unique need is identified and an appropriate intervention put in place. We know we have the practitioners, we have the employed, we have the young, we have the old, we have the retired, we have those in service, and we have all kind of members that require specific services to them. That will be my focus. Of course, our stakeholders, a good beginning I've seen our outgoing chair presenting is something that is worth building on. We'll build on it and we'll even take it a scale higher. And there's much more. that as I come in, I really have a vision for this branch. As I have already said, my agenda was not lip service. It's something that I have harbored in my heart to give to this branch. I've given a bit of it as a convener for Kilifi County. And now I feel I can give at a higher level, at the branch level. I've been serving as a member of Research and Development Committee, and I believe that there is much more that branches can escalate to the council or to the institute level for incorporation. We can only do that if we hear the voices of the people, because leaders don't have monopoly of ideas. Leaders don't have a monopoly of everything that the organization needs. We need to hear the members. They have noble ideas. They have great ideas. We need to hear them, tap them, and then package them well and mainstream them in the decision-making processes of the institute, starting from the branch level. Thank you so much. Actually, I feel so humbled. Words cannot express what I feel, but I can only thank God. I can thank you members, and I can only give you one assurance. I will not disappoint you. We will work together as a team, and my leadership will bring on board everybody. I keep saying that everybody counts and everybody matters. God bless us, and God bless East Park Coast Branch, and God bless East Park as a whole. Thank you so much, and God bless all of us.
Thank you so much, CPA Biria. Congratulations, Chairman CPA Florence Biria. I present Chairman CPA Florence Biria. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations and karibu sasa kazi kwako. I'm very, very happy to hear your messages of goodwill reaching out to your competition. Please, I am entrusting the branch to the new leadership to make sure that we reconcile and we bring everybody together. The time for election is over. Now it's time to work and to serve the members. So please let us work together to bring all the members together. I see we still have two hands up, CPA Hassan Kiamba and CPA Lydia Njoguna. I'm not sure whether you actually have any questions or whether your hands are up accidentally. If CPA Kiamba Hassan, your hand is up, maybe if you have a comment, as we wrap up, it's way past, we want to wrap up. And CPA Lydia Njoguna, I have a comment from CPA JB Wanga that he wants his attendance record corrected. I think outgoing chairman, CPA Jack Wasonga, please note that. Says that the branch report did not correctly capture his attendance record for the committee meetings or for ExCom. I want to thank outgoing chairman, CPA Wasonga, outgoing vice chairman, CPA Ibrahim, and outgoing Kilifi County Rep, CPA Willis Kayanda, outgoing Taita Taveta County Rep, CPA Kisombe, and also CPA Maithia, who was the representative, CPA Fuad Rashid, outgoing Tana River County Rep, and CPA Faith Bahati, outgoing Kwale County Rep, who had been co-opted. Thank you so much, CPAs. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for offering your services, your time, effort, and talent to serving members, and welcome to all the new branch leaders led by CPA, the chairman, CPA Florence Biria, vice chairman, CPA Dalton Mogogo, secretary and CPD convener, CPA Hero Bonamaka, and CPA Ya Daniel representing Kilifi County, CPA Hassan Mwarabu, retained as Lamu County Rep, CPA Johnson Changawa for Mombasa County Rep, CPA Flora Mtueta coming in as a Taita Taveta County Rep, Tana River County Rep, CPA Saidi Asha coming in, and CPA Jackson Bebewa coming in as the Kwale County Rep. And of course, I cannot forget CPA Farhin Kandwala, the gender rep. Farhin said, Chairman Wasonga, you did not recognize her, so let me recognize CPA Farhin Kandwala as a gender rep. And also, I must recognize CPA Mbarak Rashid as a youth rep. Thank you so much. In terms of leadership, CPA Lydia Njuguna, I don't know if you wanted to say something. You have an opportunity. I'm giving you 1 minute before I turn it over to the CEO to give his final comments and say a closing prayer. CPA Lydia, unmute yourself if you had something to say. It looks like CPA Farhin wants to say something as well. I think CPA Farhin, please allow her to say something as the last person to be allowed to speak. Time has gone way past. CPA Farhin, unmute yourself, please. CPA Farhin, unmute yourself.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to speak. I'd like to thank CPA Wasonga for his kind remarks and to reiterate that whoever is in the leadership, we are always committed to work together. And we look forward to taking the branch to greater heights and to serve the ISPEC as a whole, inshallah. And congratulations to the incoming team. Looking forward to seeing you, inshallah. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. CPA Farhin, are you able to remain there and you'll be among the ones who will say a closing prayer, a Muslim closing prayer for us?
Yes, sure, no problem.
Okay, so let me give the CEO a couple of minutes just for his closing remarks. And then CPA Farhin will say a closing prayer, Muslim prayer for us. CEO, go ahead.
Thank you, Chair. I'll just be able to respond first to the question that was asked on the CPD. Yes, we started rolling out the online CPDs as somebody was asking if the lowest is the 500 shilling CPD, and the CPDs vary according to the content and the technical nature of that particular CPD. So currently we have from 500 all the way to 3,500. Then we have the usual conferences, or what we call the longer events that take more than 3 days, that will vary in terms of the price, depending on the speakers that we have and the content that is going to be provided. So there's a whole range of CPDs that are going to cater for the membership, from as low as 500 and as high as, I think the highest now is 30,000 shillings to be able to, for a 4-day event. Mine is just to be able to first congratulate the new office bearers to the coast branch, the chair, the vice chair, the secretary and CPD convener, the ESCO, and the other members who are going to join the coast branch team. Just to be able to assure from the institute, from the headquarters, we'll be able actually to support you to discharge your mandate. I hope you'll keep the branch to be as vibrant as it has been. To the outgoing leadership and those who are leaving the coast branch ESCOM, is just to be able to appreciate the support that you've given to the institute for the time you've been in office. We can't take that for granted, and we really appreciate that you've lifted the banner of the institute at the coast branch. While it now brings in very uncertain times, the one thing that we need to be able to remember as members is that we have a noble, very noble profession that is going to be guided by standards, the Accountants Act, the bylaws and the policies that have been put in place by council and approved by council. Let's all remember that we are the institute, and our conduct is going to be the reflection of how the society and stakeholders are going to treat us. As a wind-up, it's just being able to leave you with a very famous quote that I like to use from Indra, is that fruits do not fall far from the tree, but their seeds can go places, and where they go, by their virtues, they leave their traces. We are all fruits of a great profession, but may you also be a brand that gives the imprint by virtues that we leave in our traces. Before I wind up, we appreciate if the membership who have been with us since noon will be able to give us feedback, and I'm going to share out member feedback on the screen to be able to allow you to be able to give us feedback on how the AMM has been so far, so that we can be able to improve in the subsequent AMMs. Let's take a minute to be able to complete this.
Thank you so much, CEO. There's about 3 or so questions. Even when we say, would you prefer a virtual? I would say that to the extent that we can have physical meetings in the future, we will be very happy, because virtual can never replace the physical meetings. It's always been very, very good for us to come and meet with the members, shake hands, have a cup of tea during those meetings, and exchange ideas and so forth. So please, and I want to thank you so very much, Coast Branch members, for allowing me to preside over this AMM together with the council. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity for participating in such large numbers, and actually staying still in such large numbers. We still have about 177 members in participation, 3.5 hours after the meeting started. Thank you so much, and I really am grateful for everybody within the Coast Branch, all the participants, all the I would say leaders who have offered themselves to serve, those who are successful and those who are not. Let us continue offering ourselves to serve the Institute in various capacities, whether you're in a leadership position or a different position, whether you're in a formal leadership position or in a different position. We're all leaders within the Institute and within our places of work. I'm very, very grateful for the opportunity that you've given me to lead this meeting today. And I'm looking forward to seeing you. I'm sure in the near future, we will be able to congregate again at some point in time. Thank you. We have about 90 people who have now actually voted. We have 90 who have voted, and thank you so much for the excellent results that you're giving us. We really appreciate this. So I think you can take another 30 seconds at 3 minutes, or at the top of the hour of the minute. You can then close the poll, and then we can then invite CPA Farhin Kandwala to lead us in a closing prayer. Thank you so much, CEO. Go ahead, and within another a few seconds, please close the poll, and then you can actually, you can, what do you call it? You can close, and then you can end the poll so that you display the results. Go ahead and end the poll, CEO, so that we can display the results.
At least we've been able to go beyond the over 100 people voting.
Absolutely, I can see that, yeah.
So I'll just end the poll and be able to share this.
As you can see, members, yes, I think about 57% say it was an excellent, the registration experience was excellent, and 38% say it was good, and 5% think it was average. And then from rating it, about, again, another 57% say it was excellent, 42% say it was good, and only 1% say it was average. And would you prefer the virtual AMM in subsequent years? Again, yes, we have about 100% saying it is, and I'm sure I don't remember what the participation in the past has been, but we had about 220 something members at when everybody was logged in. Now we're at about 172. So I think that possibly was some of the highest numbers of members we've had attending the AMM for Coast Branch. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, CEO, for those remarks.
Thank you, and Chair. Just be able to mention that today we actually tried streaming this live on YouTube, and it's gone on successfully to be able to, and people can actually be able to follow or even download this later from the YouTube channel, just being able to get Coast AMM, and you should be able to follow the proceedings of this year's Coast Branch AMM. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you so much, CEO. I'm sure the other branches will be complaining because you did not stream their AMMs live. But there's always, as we continue to evolve in technology, I'm really appreciated. I'm sure next time you'll also be able to stream it on Facebook and YouTube as well, as we continue to evolve in our use of technology.
We took longer to get the licenses. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much. Let me then allow, thank you to the CEO and the Secretariat, both at the national level and the branch level, for everything they do every day to keep the Institute running. We do not take their service for granted at any time, despite the difficult circumstances we're going through. I'm sure we'll all come out as winners. We'll overcome these challenges we're going through, and we'll come out as winners in the long run. If I may then invite CPA Farhin to say a closing prayer for us. CPA Farhin, please unmute yourself and say a closing prayer for us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, CPA Rose. And thank you again to the outgoing ExCom and the incoming ExCom. Let us all pray. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, most gracious and most merciful. Allah, we thank you today for giving us this opportunity to carry out this AMM the way we have. And we pray to you to guide us through the difficult period of COVID-19 and to take us out of this pandemic that by your grace has been with us. And inshallah, as we go on, we build the ISPEC brand and through the branches and the Secretariat to higher, to greater heights, and we achieve the purpose that you have given us, you have entrusted us. So, Rabbana atina fid dunya hasana wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina adhaban nar. Thank you so much, and to my Muslim brothers and sisters, Eid Mubarak to you, because we celebrate Eid tomorrow. So Eid Mubarak, take care and stay safe. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Amin. Thank you, CPA Farhin. Eid Mubarak to all our Muslim brothers and sisters. Thank you for continuing to give us another holiday tomorrow. Eid Mubarak to everybody. Kwaherini, I think we've come to the end of our annual members meeting. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Chair. Bye, everyone.
Kwaherini, bye, everybody.
Thank you, Chair. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, CPA Wangeshi. Thank you, CPA Olik. Thank you, members, for staying with us until the end. Asanteni.